Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk rivalry. There is one thing Iowa State and University of Iowa fans can both agree on. Getting hyped for unleaded 88. It's cleaner burning and better for your engine, and it's cheaper than other fuel options, making unleaded 88 the clear fuel choice. If Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk rivals can agree on it, you know it's worth the hype. So pump it up with unleaded 88, grown by Iowa corn farmers.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Happy Honda Days are here. The best time to save on a certified pre-owned Honda at your local Honda dealer. See big savings on all certified pre-owned Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Plus, you're Honda backed with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine Honda parts. To save on a certified pre-owned Honda, search your local Honda dealer today.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball. Visit MidwestOne.bank for empowered money management. Member FDIC.
Happy holidays. Hard to believe Thanksgiving is 1 week from today. Bobby Hansen, you got the turkey. Mary got the turkey.
She got it ready to go.
Already?
Oh, not in the oven.
Oh, no, I didn't mean in the oven.
It's in the freezer.
That'd be a well-done turkey.
That's a good old butterball.
Put it on
ready
low,
to
Mary.
go. Yeah.
Now, are you yams, sweet potatoes, or mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes,
gravy,
corn
just
from
ladle it all
summertime corn, put in the freezer. And we don't get back from Palm Springs till a little bit later, so it'll be, leftovers.
Hey, leftovers aren't bad at Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Let me tell you. Save me a
Looking forward to it.
Save me a piece of pumpkin pie, will you, please? With ice cream. Man. Well, the Hawks hope to have some dessert tonight with Chicago State in town. Chicago State has a first-year head coach, Landon Bussey. He arrived from Alcorn State last March from the Deep South, and he brought his best player with him in Marcus Tankersley. He averages 17 points. He shoots 47% from the field, and he went over 1,000 points for his career at Minnesota, Bobby. The defense starts there.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to look at the numbers there. Tankersley, 17 points, 4 rebounds, couple assists, and he'd be the guy that they want to get to, but he knows how to get the ball in the basket when you score 1,000 points, Gary, whether it's Alcorn State or take it over here to Chicago State. he's the guy you got to focus in on. But also, talking to the coaches here, they got the pressure. Chicago State's going to come and try to muck it up, try to create chaos, full court pressure, some half-court traps. So you got to be good with your ball handlers. You got to pass the ball, move the ball, and don't be afraid to attack. Be aggressive when you get past half-court. Make them pay for being in that junk defense.
Yeah, we'll talk with Coach Bussey in a little bit in our pregame interview, and he talks about that very point. He said the only way we stay alive is turning the other team over, pressing them with all those guards that he plays. They're not very big. Cougars do have a couple of other double-figure scorers. Stephen Bayard and Braylon Bush average right at 10 a game. But as a team, Chicago State is shooting just 41% from the field and 29% from three. That's all that length they've been running into. And keep in mind, they played four Power 4 schools, including Iowa, Minnesota, St. Louis, and Butler. All really good programs.
All really good programs. And what Coach is trying to do, Coach Landon Bussey, is to put money into his program.
Sure.
So when you have to go out and travel and you play these bigger programs, buy games they call them, and you just play the best that you can. But you got to do, when you're at that Chicago State level, you've got to do that. You got to go out on the road and probably take your lumps, but you're also paying for your program.
Well, this is the sixth meeting. 6 times the Hawks and the Cougars of Chicago State have met. Iowa's won the previous 5, the last time coming in 2017. Let's talk about that and a game in 2011 as our Hawkeye historical winning moment, presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. If you're looking to live it up this holiday, they'd love to host you for your Christmas party or your Thanksgiving dinner. Take the family down to Riverside Casino, Resort, and Golf. Endless excitement just 20 minutes away. Tell you what, you can't get any better dining than at Ruthie's Steakhouse at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Just 20 minutes from Iowa City. Make your getaway unforgettable this holiday. The Keel family and the great staff at Riverside Casino would love to host you. All you need to do is visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com and make your reservations. Veterans Day, November 11th, 2011, the Hawks rolled Chicago State 96-53. That was the opener for the 2011-2012 season for Iowa. The Hawks shot 30 of 70. They got off 70 shots, hit 43%, and 9 threes. Chicago State managed only 23 of 54. That's 42%, and just 1 3-point goal from long range. The Hawks made 27 of 32 free throws and out-rebounded the Cougars 43-32. And a big reason for the discrepancy on the backboard was Aaron White, Iowa's 6'9 superstar. He scored 19 points on 6 for 12 shooting.
And the Hawks are really struggling with their perimeter shooting. Aaron White, though, tips the outlet pass, steal, layup good. Aaron White. Could almost call him our player of the game right now. Right side to White. He steps up and knocks down a 3. Count it. And it's going to go. It's a foul after the shot. A 3-point goal, and Aaron White has a chance for a rare 4-point play.
Aaron White is still playing over in, he was in Russia the last time I heard it, at a high level pro league there. But good for Whitey, the Ohio native. It was November 10th of 2017 when the Hawks opened the season again in dominant fashion, blasting Chicago State 95-62. We didn't know what kind of a superstar. We knew he was going to be good, but freshman Luka Garza opened his career with 16 points. Isaiah Moss poured in 14 in just 13 minutes. And both Tyler Cook and Jordan Bohannon added 12 as the Hawkeyes shot a scorching 59% from the field.
Jordan Bohannon will set up the offense out front. Tries to get a pick from Penzel. That's not there. Goes high post, top of the key. Tyler Cook, beautiful pass inside Jack Nunge. Jam time. Bohannon hasn't hit a 3 for a while. High post, Nunge right back to Bohannon. Is this the 3? It is. Jordan Bohannon, left wing. Burns working against Ahmad Wagner, drives baseline, gives it up on the left side. Now they go back outside to Shaw, who trips, ball taken away. It's a 2-on-1. Moss to Cook, to the sky!
Look out below. You see that one coming. Tyler Cook from Isaiah Moss.
There's only one way Tyler Cook would dunk the basketball. Usually that wheelhouse, roundhouse, slam dunk. And no, I wasn't battling a head cold that night. That's Jim Albrecht. Jim was filling in for me as we had a football game, I believe, at Wisconsin. We were on the road with Bucky Badger that weekend. So, as always, thanks to Jim for his excitable play-by-play. And the Hawks beat Chicago State 95-62. By the way, they forced 20 turnovers on Chicago State. And promising freshman Jack Nunge, 10 points, 4 rebounds in that game. Of course, Jack tragically lost his mom or dad. I'm trying to remember. I believe it was his dad. Went back home closer to his home. Went to Evansville. I think he ended up at, did he play
Xavier?
Or Xavier, yes.
Went to Xavier.
So, and that's close to home, too, down there in the Evansville area. But our best to Jack, wherever Jack is this evening. Those are some moments from our history file, courtesy of Riverside Casino, Resort, and Golf. Stop by this holiday. At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages. Hey, they're good for the holidays, too. They'll score with family and friends who are visiting. Take the best and highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the sumptuous tasting best Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. More of the U.S. Cellular countdown to tip-off continues after we pause. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Weekends are tricky. You want breakfast, but also a burger. Enter Burger Shed Brunch. Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 2. Think loaded skillets, biscuits and gravy, breakfast burritos, cinnamon rolls, and waffles that keep you full all morning. Plus our brunch burgers. And brunch without a drink? That's just breakfast. We've got Bloody Marys, mimosas, and spiked coffee. When brunch hours end, we don't. Your lunch and dinner favorites keep going. Burger Shed. Burgers, beers, and a bunch of BS. Burger Shed. Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Whether they roll the dough or pour the joe, bake the bread or greet instead, your team goes the extra mile, and they deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. For plans that cover businesses of all sizes, Delta Dental customizes. With employer costs as low as $0, you can offer benefits and be a hero. Affordable coverage is a click away. Visit deltadentalia.com today.
You don't have to go to the game to get a game program. You can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right, the game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on Game Day.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is brought to you by Quick Star, Better Business Bureau, Lennox, American Equity, Tournament Club of Iowa, Big Grove, Oak Knoll, U.S. Cellular.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular countdown to tip-off. Iowa, Chicago State from Mediacom Court, Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City. Gary Dolphin with former Hawkeye great Bobby Hansen. Thanks for joining us here on your drive home. Get us on when you get in the living room as well or at the dinner table. As the official wireless partner of Iowa Hawkeye basketball, U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days your hands are for cheering, not texting, because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Help our troopers and county deputy sheriffs and local municipal police officers this holiday season when the weather turns bad, and it will a few times while you're on the highway. Don't text and drive. Our U.S. Cellular text line, though, if you'd like to check in with us, and you can, is 319-853-8344. 319-853-8344. Tanner did. He's in Tipton. Bobby, what does this group need to clean up the most before Big Ten play starts? Well, hey, let's look at Monday night or Tuesday, because they're going to be playing a Big Ten type team in Ole Miss, the Rebels out of the Southeastern Conference.
Well, I'm sure coaches that look at this tape can find a lot of things you want to clean up. And in the last game, it seemed to be on the defensive end that we watched Coach McCollum get after his guys a little bit. That and rebounding, if they're going to miss blockouts, this bigger Michigan State team will come over the top of you and go get those offensive rebounds. So continue to work on your rebounding. I think you're, shooting from the outside. You got to get your shooters going. Brendan Hawson would be one of those guys that I look at as try to get him going. I think Bennett Sturts has got his shot going. You might want to look for that a little more. Cooper Koch, get him involved in the offense maybe a little bit earlier. Kid's got a lot of talent, shooting 70% from the floor. Told Cooper the last game, got to shoot more when you shoot such a high percentage like that. So, I think they're on the right path. I really like what this team has done. Love the intensity on the defensive end. Love the togetherness that they bring here, and just the new energy they brought here to Carver Hawkeye Arena. So it'll be fun when you get to the Big Ten, no doubt.
I'm with you on Cooper. He's such a good shooter, 6'8". So I'm talking to his dad the other night after the game. JR was telling him the same thing. Get some shots up.
Yeah.
Time now for the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Iowa City Area Sports Commission women's Hawkeye update. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for bringing state tournaments and amateur sports events to our community, boosting our economy and the quality of life. A proud sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. Well, the fifth-seeded Iowa soccer team, Coach Diani and the soccer team, was to have played number 4 seed LSU this afternoon, but it was postponed by inclement weather. So they've rescheduled it for tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. in Nashville. So there must be a thunderstorm rumbling through Nashville. Iowa's hosting the Hawkeye Invitational this week in swimming and diving at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center. Hopped off the elevator last night at the Hilton Garden Inn after Kirk Ferentz showed to head home, and I ran into 2 kids from Nebraska. They had their Nebraska gear on, and then the Fighting Illini right behind them. 2 of Iowa's border rivals. I said, what do you here for? They go, oh, we're here for swimming. Love the downtown aquatic center. They said it almost in unison, and they're participating. Nebraska, Illinois, Iowa, Iowa State, Connecticut, Kansas, Miami of Florida, Northern Iowa, Washington State. Coach Munt has really assembled quite the cast of outstanding programs. Last night, the Hawks took down 3 school records at the Hawkeye Invitational. That was earlier last week, I should say, on Wednesday. Freshman Peyton Flowers shattered the program's 50 freestyle record twice. The 200 free relay team set the new program best to cap the night. I know Olivia Swally was on that unit.
Yeah, no, she's fast. And shout out to them, the Swally family from Johnston, Iowa. Real good friends with my son-in-law, CJ. So keep it up, guys. Keep swimming.
In volleyball, the Hawkeye volleyball team is at Nebraska tonight. Oh, boy. Number 1, Nebraska. Good luck to Coach Barnes and the crew. First serve is at 7. And that broadcast is available on the Hawkeyes YouTube channel. John Evans on the call. Hawkeye women's basketball. Boy, everybody's battling for headlines, aren't they? And why not? Jan Jensen and the Hawks are at the WBCA Showcase in Orlando. This is a heavyweight tournament of big-time programs. Hawks are taking on Baylor, number 7 Baylor at 8 o'clock tonight. That broadcast is available on the Hawkeyes YouTube channel. John Swisher and Catherine Reynolds will have the play-by-play and analysis. That is the Hawkeye Women's Iowa City Area Sports Commission Sports Update, brought to you by the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Well, up next, we will pause for a moment here on the U.S. Cellular Tip-Off Show. When we come back, we'll hear from Chicago State head coach Landon Bussey His team is taking on the Hawks tonight. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides the direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands on the new Honda today with 0.99% financing. 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines are on clearance. Plus, see big savings on the full Honda line, like financing as low as 0.99% APR on the new 2025 Ridgeline. Don't miss Happy Honda Days. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 1/5/26.
Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Big Ten Rentals, and Tomlinson Cannon. Just like the Hawkeyes defend Carver and Kinnick, Tomlinson Cannon defends your home roof to foundation. Roofing, gutters, waterproofing, foundation repair, and concrete leveling. Locally owned since 1948, they've kept Eastern Iowa homes dry and on firm foundations. Call Tomlinson Cannon today for your free assessment.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Now it's time for the Scouting Report, brought to you by Explore Minnesota. Fat Tire biking in the morning, James Beard winning bites at night. Discover Minnesota's hottest season this winter with cozy cabins, outdoor adventures, and award-winning food. Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
I'm with Coach Landon Bussey of the Cougars of Chicago State University. Coach, good effort at Minnesota. You're up 2 with 7 minutes to go. Of course, it's a 40-minute game.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a 40-minute game. Last 7 minutes, we wasn't prepared for them to go zone, and we didn't do a great job of executing. Didn't do a great job of limiting them to one shot. We turned the ball over way too much, especially in that last 7 minutes. So hopefully we can have a better effort tonight.
You're a pressing team. Is that kind of the way you were brought up?
Well, I think the type of, we're not very big at all. We're not very big at all. So we try to speed teams. We don't want teams running a lot of different offenses, especially at this level. When we're playing teams in the Big Ten, they're very skilled, they're very athletic, they're very tough, and they have very good coaching who can pick you apart with X's and O's. So what we would like to do is try to, keep teams away from running offenses. So we're half-court trap, full-court trap, trapping ball screens, and just to try to junk it up a little bit.
Coach, you've had good balance scoring, but tell us about Marcus Tankersley. Just joined the 1,000-point career club the other night. I know it's more than offense, but he's a special player.
Absolutely. I mean, he's definitely a special player. He competes every day in practice. He's a great kid. He works hard. So, you know, just for him to reach that milestone, it was great for him. So hopefully he can continue to have success as far as putting the ball in the basket.
Well, you mentioned playing Big Ten teams, playing Big 12 teams. What does that do for your program in terms of exposure and coverage? Recruiting, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Right, you know, it's great because it gives these guys the opportunity to showcase if you're supposed to be on this level or not. I tell my guys all the time, you know, we have to get out here and play hard. Some of you guys think that you should be on this level. Now you got to get out here and show it. So when you get the opportunity to play against a Minnesota or Iowa or DePaul, you have an opportunity to get out here and show what you're capable of doing.
I mean, you played DePaul, Butler, St. Louis. You're taking on all comers.
Yeah, I mean, we the biggest thing is we want to play a lot of different games in driving range. We want to stay off them flights. So we definitely want to play schools in driving range. So, you know, just having the opportunity to play here. In my coaching career, I never played at Iowa. Never been to Iowa. So this is good for us. They have a beautiful facility, beautiful weight room. The atmosphere is everything is nice. So it's an opportunity for us to get out here and try to compete at a very high level.
How about the Hawks tonight? Ben McCullum in his first year building this program over. What do you think?
I mean, it's just unbelievable where he came from. He's at Drake prior. Before that, I think he's at Division II school. But just how hard he works, how hard he gets his team to play is unbelievable. I wish I could get my team to play that hard. So, you know, just excited about to get the opportunity to coach against a well-respected coach in this business, but also get the opportunity to coach against a team who plays extremely hard so we can see where we match up at.
Coach, all the best the rest of the year. Thanks so much for coming to Iowa City, and good luck to you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's Coach Bussey. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Life's busy. Quick Start makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks. Hey, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Need gas? We've got fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus perks like free ATMs, no hidden fees, and free air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track. Stop in to Quick Start today.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country. There's no better time to cheer on Coach McCullum and the Iowa men's basketball team. With the non-conference schedule wrapping up and Big Ten play approaching, we need you to join the excitement happening at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Get your family and friends together for a game, but don't delay because a limited number of home games are happening this month. Find the men's basketball schedule and claim your seats at HawkeyeSports.com. On Iowa, and go Hawks!
Hey Hawkeye fans, there's a new MVP at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Carol's Corn, Iowa's favorite gourmet popcorn, is now popping fresh for every men's and women's basketball game. From our delicious triple mix to golden caramel and bold cheese. Every bite is handcrafted right here in the Midwest. Popped fresh, local, and made with you in mind. So grab your bag, cheer loud, and taste the flavor of Hawkeye pride. Carol's Corn. Grab yours and enjoy the game inside Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Carol's Corn. We pop every kernel with you in mind.
Now it's time for today's John Deere shoot-around with Iowa coach Ben McCollum. Brought to you by great Iowa John Deere dealers like Van Wall Equipment. Run with the best. Leap ahead of the rest. Nothing runs like a Deere, especially when supported by the team at Van Wall. Here's Gary Dolphin and Coach Ben McCollum.
Well, Coach, you sit here at 4-0. Tonight you got Chicago State. Backtrack to a couple nights ago. Lots of green lights all over the board. Very impressive. Over 50% shooting. In fact, Iowa leads the nation, hitting 57% of its shots. Surprising, or maybe where you thought the guys would be by now?
Yeah, I thought we'd be good offensively. I didn't know that we'd, be that kind of percentage in regards to, your points per possession and your efficiency numbers and all that stuff this early. But we'll certainly take it. The ball. It's always a lot better when the ball goes in the basket. It helps your defense, helps a little bit of everything. So, hopefully we continue down that path. I think our scrimmages really helped, to get us ready for some of those games. And obviously this is kind of our last test before we get into a lot of Power 5 competition.
Years ago, Tom Davis, one of his favorite stats was attempt more free throws than the opponents make, and that's lopsided. You've attempted 130 free throws. I think you've made 100, and the opponents aren't even close, within 30 maybe of that, but that must please you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't probably totally pay attention to it, but I think if you naturally attack the basket and you stay assertive to it, you're going to be able to get to the free throw line. And then defensively, if you move your feet, a lot of times and you stay in position, you're going to be able to not foul. And when you don't foul, obviously they don't go to the free throw line. When they don't go to the free throw line, you get more free throws than them.
I know it's early in the season, but you got 50 points out of your bench the other night, and you're still trying to mix and match rotations. But you thought you had good depth with the transfers that came in and the guys from Drake. But did you see this kind of offensive production?
Yeah, not when you're yo-yoing guys in and out, and we are. Usually you don't find rhythm, and we've got really smart players, though, guys that can really pass. And off the bench, some of our better passers are off the bench with Trevin Urach and Alvaro. Both of them are elite passers. And then obviously we bring some shooting off the bench too, which improves their scoring. So, part of that initial starting lineup was just a little bit of comfort because those guys have been through battles together. So that certainly helps. Eventually that'll change. And I'm not sure when yet, but it'll change here soon.
You mentioned Trevin Urach. I had him down to talk about his performance the other night. He was good at both ends of the floor. Is he maybe ahead of the curve a little bit?
Yeah, he's getting there. I think defensively is the biggest. You got to get going defensively, and our defense is hard to pick up. And he's doing a much better job of moving his feet, keeping himself in position, staying ahead of plays. He's going to have to use his intelligence a little bit until he kind of figures it out. And he's doing a good job there. Offensively, obviously, he's super skilled, can shoot, can pass, can post, can do everything.
Sounds like you're talking about Fulgaris now. Are you still quizzical as to where he will end up on a consistent basis, what position on the floor? Because he certainly can play multi-spots.
Yeah, I think on the floor is the trick, just having him on the floor. I think, from a plus-minus perspective, the combination of him, Bennett, and Tavion has been our highest plus-minus by far and away when those three are on the floor together. And so, that's over a 4-game stretch, that's over scrimmages, and we're learning more and more, and he's one of them. Just from an effort, energy, all those, he's been great so far.
All right, a word about tonight's opponent, Chicago State. New coach, Coach Bussey, came up here from Elkhorn. He's got a 1,000-point career scorer in Tankersley. Brought him along to the new site in Chicago. What have you seen of Chicago State, the Cougars, on tape?
Yeah, I mean, multi-defense. They play a variety of different defenses. Offensively, a lot of ISOs. Just kind of a lot of randomness, to be perfectly honest. And they'll play really, really hard. They'll mix up defenses. They'll overextend their defense, which, hopefully you can punish that. If not, it's going to be a long night. And you saw that against Minnesota. So they're good. They're going to play hard, and we're going to have to be at our best.
Ben, as always, thanks so much.
Thank you, sir.
That's Coach McCollum, brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Hi, Hawk fans. Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball. Visit MidwestOne.bank for empowered money management. Member FDIC.
We're getting close to tip-off. Iowa and Chicago State. Starting lineups are around the corner, but as we get closer to tip-off, that means Bobby Hansen's here with his Hawkeye keys to a victory. Sponsored by the Summit Agricultural Group. Bobby's keys are presented by Summit Ag. Committed to Iowa and adding value to Iowa products, corn, beef, hogs, and ethanol. Summit Agricultural Group. Summit Ag. Thank you, Summit Ag. Bobby, what do you got at the top of your sheet tonight?
Yeah, stay focused, Gary. As you talked about with the coaches, sometimes these games can be overlooked by players. Coaches don't overlook them, but players will be like, they're looking at a team, they're 0-5, yeah, okay, they took Minnesota, down in the second half, but, you can't overlook them. Do not take them lightly here. Take everybody seriously. Respect every opponent. And never underestimate anyone, Gary. So keep your focus will be the key number one here. And, leaving here Sunday to go to Palm Springs. A lot of things these kids are wrapping up in school. So a lot of things that take your attention away. But number one key tonight is stay focused against this Chicago State Cougar team. Second key is going to be continue to share the ball. Love the way these Hawkeyes move the ball. So far, a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio is very good. Ben Sturt's the leader of this group in sharing the ball. It all starts with him. Tonight, you're going to have to handle some full-court pressure, pass it ahead. And that brings me to the third key is to stay aggressive. From the opening tip, be in attack mode. Make quick work of the Chicago State team here. No false hope. They can come in here and hang with you and upset the Hawkeyes. And you got to handle that pressure. And that means means once you break a half court and break the pressure, attack the rim, get to the basket.
And that's where people, when you come out and watch Bennett Sturtz in person, that's where he is so invaluable in terms of settling the guys down, making sure there's no turnovers just around the corner. He is a thinking man's point guard.
Yeah, he really is, and deceptively quick, Gary. What I've noticed in watching these 4 games so far is that, okay, he kind of lulls you to sleep, and then that pick comes, and he just, the burst of speed, quickness, and gets to the rim.
Bobby's Keys to the Game are brought to you by the Summit Agricultural Group, who say, go Hawks. Summit Ag, committed to Iowa, adding value to all Iowa ag products. Speaking of Bobby Hansen, our maiden voyage of Hawk Talk with Ben McCullum comes up in just a week or two. You can join Bobby and I each week for Hawk Talk Live from the Watermill Kitchen and Bar inside the Hyatt Regency out in Coralville in the Iowa River Landing. We'll be joined each week by not only Coach McCullum, but a Hawkeye player, including Bennett Sturtz. For the complete schedule of Hawk Talk with Coach McCullum, visit HawkeyeSports.com. Our first show is Wednesday, December 3rd. And the Mid-American Energy starting lineups for Iowa and Chicago State are next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Lacer Graphics and Signs provides big signs, bold graphics, and beautiful results for Hawkeye athletics around Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and throughout campus. Lacer Graphics and Signs helps build your brand through custom graphics, signage, and video displays designed to specifically tell your story and grow your business in a big way. That's Lacer Graphics and Signs, a preferred graphic and signage provider of Iowa Hawkeye athletics. Visit them online at lacer.com to see how they can bring your big ideas to life.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
Back at Carver, we're heading for a dinner bell tip-off at 6 o'clock. Time for the Mid-American Energy starting lineups of Iowa and Chicago State. Mid-American. Don't get fouled up this winter. Stay safe. Get electric and natural gas safety tips at midamericanenergy.com. Let's look at Chicago State. 0-5 for the young season, averaging 66 points. They're giving up 86. So they look to improve at both ends of the floor tonight. Their best player, 6'5 guard Marcus Tankersley. He followed Coach Landon Bussey from Elkhorn State in Louisiana to Chicago State University. And he's a good one. He's averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 47% from the field. So we got a matchup of terrific point guards tonight, Bennett Sturtz and Marcus Tankersley. Tankersley is joined in the guard court by Chauncey Gibson, guard forward, 6'7 junior from Dallas, Texas. Gibson's averaging 3 points, 4 rebounds, one of their better board men. And having said that, they've just posted a different starter for Gibson. That's going to be Malik Robinson. Malik Robinson. So they're going to go smaller and really try and put the pressure on the Hawks. Robinson's just a freshman from Baton Rouge, 5'11", 155-pounder. Also at a guard, 10 points a game, is Braylon Bush out of Silsbee, Texas. Transferred in from Prairie View A&M. Great football program down there, down through the years. And at forward, really another change, huh? C.J. Ray is going to start at a guard. So they're going with 4 guards and a forward. And he also is a penciled-in starter at the last minute. Daniel Zasepin, 6'4", 213-pounder from Moscow, Russia. And I was going to give you C.J. Ray's number, 6'6", senior from Four Oaks, North Carolina. So that's 1, 2, 3 normal starters not in the lineup, at least to begin the game. So obviously Coach was upset with the way they finished at Minnesota. He said that in his pregame interview. He's gonna mix and match a little more.
Yeah,
that's what you do this time of year, right?
Really small too, Gary. You go 5'9", Braylon Bush, and then 5'10", Malik Robinson, 5'11", Malik Robinson, the freshman in there. So that's where the Hawkeyes got to jump on him early.
And the Hawks won't play that small. Cam Manyow is a 6'9" junior from Kansas City. Cam is averaging just about 10 points, 9 points, 9 rebounds the other night against, let me get the numbers here right. So 9 points, 4 rebounds a game, double-figure score. He got the Hawks off to a great start the other night. Tavion Banks at a guard, 6'7" senior from Kansas City. Tavion's at double figures, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist per game. Cooper Koch will start in the middle, 6'8", 220-pound redshirt freshman from Peoria and Metamora Township. Coop is averaging 7 points and 3.5 rebounds. Bennett Sturts, the All-American point guard, 6'4" senior from Liberty, Missouri, by way of Drake, along with a half a dozen of his teammates this year. Bennett just under 20 points a game at 19.8, couple rebounds and 6 assists. He is distributing as well as scoring. He runs the show. And Coach wasn't sure he was going to go with Isaiah Howard. No, he's going to start Cale Combs. Combs at 6'4", a little smaller lineup to match up better with the Cougars from Chicago State. Combs, not much of a drop off there, Bobby. 6'4" junior from Nixa, Missouri. Started his career at Wyoming, then to Drake, and now here he's averaging 7 points, 3 assists.
Yeah, Isaiah Howard, the man that had started the first 4 games for the Hawkeyes, a sophomore, averages 7. Now Combs comes in there. Similar players, Gary. They're both aggressive on the defensive end, good ball handlers, and you got to handle some of this pressure. Give Cale Combs the shot.
Those are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups. Mid-American, stay safe this season. Be sure and get electric and natural gas safety tips at MidAmericanEnergy.com. Well, the opening tip is coming up. It's almost dinner time. Iowa, Chicago State next on the Hawkeye Radio Network. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Happy Honda Days are here. The best time to save on a certified pre-owned Honda at your local Honda dealer. See big savings on all certified pre-owned Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Plus, your Honda backs with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine Honda parts. To save on a certified pre-owned Honda, search your local Honda dealer today.
Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Big Ten Rentals, and Tomlinson Cannon. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit riversidecasinoandresort.com to learn more.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
You've been listening to the U.S. Cellular Countdown to Tip-Off. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance. The ball is in your court. Visit shelterinsurance.com to find an agent who can help you with your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. By your local Ford dealers. And by Mid-American Energy. Mid-American Energy is proud to deliver affordable, reliable energy to you all season long. It's game time. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark for coverage you can count on. Find your plan at wellmark.com. Now let's join Gary Dolphin and Bobby Hansen for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena with Bobby Hansen, Gary Dolphin. Our engineer-producer is Corey Sheets. We're about set to play basketball. Lineups are officially being introduced. Again for Chicago State, Marcus Tankersley, Malik Robinson, Braylon Bush, C.J. Ray, and Daniel Zasepin. So 3 new starters versus the Minnesota lineup the other night. And for the Hawkeyes, no change. Why would you expect any changes there? Coach McCullum's going to play 10-11 guys. He's going to go, the only change, I should say, because of the smallness of the lineup for Chicago State, is Cale Combs starting, Tavion Banks, Bennett Sturts, Cam Magnow, and Cooper Koch. Isaiah Howard obviously will play a lot of minutes, but not at the start of the game. It's time to take a look at what's on tap. Sponsored by Big Grove Brewery. Iowa football returns to Kinnick this Saturday for Senior Day. Always emotional. 27 seniors will run out the tunnel in the Swarm one last time. Iowa entertaining Michigan State. 2:30 for the kickoff right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. 12:30 for pregame coverage. The Hawkeye men's wrestling team returns right here to Carver tomorrow night in hosting Pitt. The University of Pittsburgh Panthers coming in town for the football game. Why not come by Carver and take in some Hawkeye wrestling? Leads the nation and will again this year in average attendance per meet. And there's nothing like Carver rocking when it's either full for basketball or certainly full for Coach Brands and wrestling. Grab an Easy Eddie, fresh, juicy, and just what you need for game day. Easy Eddie. It's easy to enjoy responsibly. Big Grove is your destination for every Hawkeye basketball game. Catch all the action with great food, warm hospitality, and ice-cold beer at Big Grove. That's what's on tap at Big Grove. Before we get underway here at 6 o'clock, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Tonight's officials, all assigned by the Big Ten, are Steve McJunkins, Tariq Lucas, and Steve Honacki. Honacki, Tariq Lucas, and Steve McJunkins. Got two Steves, Honacki and McJunkins, all veterans of the Big Ten Conference. And wherever you are on the Hawkeye Radio Network, maybe you're starting some early shopping duties. Thank you for taking the Hawkeye Radio Network along with you. It'll be a special halftime presentation for Dance Marathon. You know, February isn't far away when they start talking Dance Marathon. Hawks and Penn State's been number one. The Hawks have been number two across the country in raising millions upon millions of dollars for cancer research and Dance Marathon, the sick kids.
Yeah, way to go, kids. Congratulations. I know you got an interview with AJ coming up, who's helping organize that, and a lot of those kids are here tonight's game to support the Hawkeyes and get a little publicity for Dance Marathon.
We got our placards. We're going to hold them up. You can write in a name of a cancer victim that perhaps you know, or of some other illness, but primarily cancer is what Dance Marathon's all about over at the IMU, the Iowa Memorial. They'll have a bunch of them out here dancing around momentarily, or for a few moments, at halftime. Right now, Bennett Sturts and the Hawks are ready to do some dancing around the Kelly green uniforms of Chicago State. I'll take a start like the other night, huh?
You bet. Jump right on them. Don't look back.
Manyow jumps center and handles that easily over the outstretched arms of Daniel Zeppin. Here's a shot inside, good by Manyow. It's almost a repeat performance of the other night.
Yeah, nice pass inside to Bennett Sturts from the left wing. Threw it right on the money to Cam Manyow. Had his guys sealed. Easy layup.
Sturts already with his first assist. He averages 6 to go with 20 points a game. 2-0 out of the gate. 30 seconds gone. Iowa 2-0 over Chicago State. Here's Tankersley, their best player. He hands it off, though, to Stephen Bayard. And now to the point guard, Chauncey Gibson. Gibson, bad pass, diagonal pass, picked off, stolen away, heading the other way with a layup is good by Tavion Banks. Hawkeye turnover, it's 4-0 Iowa.
Tavion just read the play going to happen on the left side of the right side of the floor over there. Shot the gap, got the steal and the basket.
Tankersley to Chauncey Gibson. He's a 6'7" guard. He leaves it now for Braylon Bush. Little guy at 5'9". Now into the near corner it comes for Daniel Zeppin, and we have a moving screen. Blocking foul called, offensive foul on the Cougars. They get it on Stephen Bayard, and just like that, the Hawks get a turnover, a great assist by Sturts. 4-0 lead, and now another turnover on a block charge, or an illegal block. Well, the Hawks look to go up 6-0. Here's a pitch left of the lane now to a weak side cutting Manyow. Shot up no good, but he'll get 2 free throws. Well, we've seen this act before, Bobby. Couldn't start any better.
Great start, yeah. Moving the basketball well. That time the play runs from strong side on the left side of the floor. There's Manyow all alone. Isolation on the right side. He went hard. He was going to tear the rim down. Got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
C.J. Ray with the personal. Manyow at 73%. He's really good at the foul line. That said, he deadens the first one off the front of the iron. Now, he missed his first one the other night, and the Hawks went on to make 29 of 39. I don't think Cam missed a free throw the rest of the night. Second one is airborne and down through. Rattled around and talked it through. 5-0 Iowa. 18:37 to play first half. Braylon Bush circles into the front court left. Now opposite side of the court along the sideline. Here's a drive into the lane. Jump shot is good on the run. Nicely done there by the jump shooting Marcus Tankersley. He's their best scorer. 17 points a game out of Chattanooga. He was chewing. Down the middle of the lane. It's 5-2. Hawks by 3. Here's Cooper Koch. Not quite 2 minutes gone opening half. And Chicago State looks to be in a zone, a 2-3 zone. Here's Manyow, right wing Combs into the corner. Cooper, his 3 airs it out. A little strong. Hawks hustle back. Here come the Cougars. Tankersley whirls into the front court, left lane. Now a bounce pass right wing. Almost a 3 offered up by Chauncey Gibson, but Combs was there on the closeout. Here's Tankersley, shot fake near corner in front of the Iowa bench. Now drives into the paint. A running hook is up and in. Man, off balance, stumbled through the lane, and talked the right-handed hook shot down. 5-4.
That's a score right there. And got a nose for the basketball where the rim is, and get it up there, soft touch.
Combs to Koch in the far corner. His three there is no good. Mannion with an offensive rebound. Cooper right back to the dish and off the square and in. Cam Mannion kept the possession alive.
He certainly did there, working that offensive glass against the smaller Chicago State team, and got the ball back and a basket for Cooper Koch.
Here's Chauncey Gibson to Stephen Bayard. He's a double-figure scorer from Atlantic City. He hasn't even looked at the basket now. They're going to Tankersley. Here's a drive inside, step-back jumper, good. Knocked sideways was C.J. Ray, a 6'6 senior. He's muscular. Played last year at Southern Arkansas University. It's 7-6 Iowa. Chicago State has hit its last three shots. Sturtz on a give and go with Mannion. He holds up at the free throw line. Into the near corner. Stands still. Three is good. A corner three for Cale Combs. And the Hawks shoot back out to a 4-point advantage. It's 10-6. 16:24 to play first half.
Good ball movement once again. That time Cam Mannion looks offside, finds Cale Combs open in the far right corner.
Tankersley one arms a pass to Chauncey Gibson along the sideline far side. He throws over the top of the Iowa defense to the left wing, and Bush now back out front. Here's Tankersley. Stop and go move. Scoop layup is good. Beautiful move with the right hand. Timeout asked for by Ben McCullum. He doesn't want any of this trading basket stuff. But it's 10-8 Iowa. 3 minutes into the first half. 4 minutes into the first half. 15:59 to play. Hawks up 2. We'll take a break. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank, simply better banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeyes have hit 4 of their first 6 shots, but Chicago State hasn't missed in 4 tries. 10-8 game, Iowa by 2 over the Cougars with 15:59 to play here in the first half. Robert?
Yeah, they're 4 out of 4. As you mentioned, Gary Marcus Tankersley, he's 3 out of 3 in the 4 minutes he's played, the 1,000-point scorer. He certainly knows how to get the ball in the basket there. He's got to tighten it up on him, make him go left. His drives have all been on the right.
Now they have 4 players averaging in double figures, so 3 players average 3 normal starters. They've juggled the lineup tonight, but they've got guys that are capable, and of course none better than Marcus Tankersley, the transfer from Alcorn State. Tavion Banks, Bennett Sturtz, Cale Combs, Now Alvaro Folgueras comes in for his first minutes. Manuel gets a breather. Here's a dunk by Folgueras. Talk about immediate dividends.
Yeah, nice play that time, working against full court pressure. They got it in the half-court set and then just ran 2 passes and a pick and roll action. Alvaro with the basket.
12-8 Iowa. Yeah, the ball never touched the floor, and what they'll find out is Alvaro can put it on the floor and drive for a score at 6-10. Here's a blocking foul on Bennett Sturtz. Tripping foul is what they describe it as. Here comes Tate Sage into the game for Cooper Koch. This freshman has been getting some heavy minutes for Ben McCollum. He really likes him.
Yeah, he gets out there and brings instant energy and an ability to get to the basket or make the three.
So in it comes, fresh 20 on the shot clock for Marcus Tankersley and the Cougars. Here's a standstill three. It's good. Right down through by Bayard. 5 for 5 is Chicago State. That tightens it up. 12-11. Iowa's lead is 1. Combs to Sturtz, center floor. Right wing Sage for 3, and that one aired out from the right wing. Rebounded by Folgueras. Reverse layup on the cut by Sage is no good, but he's fouled. Alvaro Folgueras all over the place.
He is. I'm surprised that he's not a starter. I think at some point in this season he will probably become a starter, but he certainly brings some scoring off the bench.
That's a second foul on Bayard. He's the one who just hit the 3. So Coach Bussey is going to be forced to make a move here. We think 63% from the foul line is 6'7" freshman Tate Sage. And he's going to bring out Bayard in place of Dallas Cox. Now, he was scheduled to start tonight. 6'5" senior from Louisville, Kentucky, by way of Lakeland College. Sage makes the first throw, 13-11 Iowa. Second one in and out, no good. Rebounded by the strong arm Marcus Tankersley. He'll drift into the front court with the basketball. Runs into a double team. Now they back off to C.J. Ray, right wing. There's Chauncey Gibson. Back to Tankersley. He's always going to have the ball every possession. Turns the corner on Banks, gets to the wing. Here's a jump shot on the way. That's too strong. Rebounded by the green-clad Cougars. 2 Hawkeyes were fighting over it, lost the ball, and it's laid up and in by C.J. Cox. Tie game at 13.
Just an unfortunate bounce of the ball right there. The Hawks went after the defensive board, but I don't think it hit anything or barely skimmed the rim, and the save got the basket for Chicago State.
14-16 to play in the first half. Here's a jump shot, no good from the left wing. Offered up by Folgueras. And now Chicago State has a chance to get its first lead of the game. Ray for 3. That's way short. And the rebound snared by Tavion Banks. Ahead to Sturtz. Man-to-man is Chicago State right now. Here's a pitch into the near corner for Folgueras. Way out left wing. Now left corner. A 3. Good by Tate Sage. 3 points for the freshman. Iowa scoots back in front. 16-13.
That ball movement you talked about, Gary. The Hawks make the extra pass. Tate Sage open in the far left corner.
13.5 to play in the opening period. Tankersley really bodied up on by Banks. Here's a hook pass to the wing. Now a bounce into the paint. And with it is C.J. Ray. His step-back jumper is short. Really good defense by Iowa on back-to-back possessions now. And Dallas Cox grabbed a rebound, but his foot had a sneaker on the baseline. So the Hawks get the ball thanks to that really good, solid defense.
Yeah, they're getting after it. Coach McCollum getting after his guys on the bench as well as, these kids are playing hard and getting after the ball. So wants a little more effort.
And here's a guy I'll get after it. Isaiah Howard comes in. Tavion Banks comes out. Manuel is back in. So the Hawks go bigger with Manuel and with Folgueras. Bennett Sturtz gets the ball from Isaiah Howard. Tate Sage stays on the floor. Why not? He just nailed a long jump shot to go with a free throw. Sturtz with a crossover dribble. Folgueras left wing. Iowa by 3, 16-13. Nice reverse dribble move by Folgueras to a baseline cutting Isaiah Howard. He got trapped down there and threw it away. Turnover Iowa. Here comes Tankersley back with it. Pull-up jump shot. No good in transition. Folgueras tips the rebound to Howard. Ahead to Sturtz. Bodies hitting the deck all over the place. Here's Folgueras. Back to Sturtz. To Howard. To Bennett. Bennett hasn't looked for a shot yet. He throws it away. No look pass is off the shoe of a defender and stolen away. by Lionel Lavardane of Chicago State. 16-13 Iowa, 12.5 to play first half. Hawks are getting their best shot here from Chicago State. Lionel Lavardane with the ball. Splits a double team, throws it away. Got heavy traffic up in the air, nowhere to go. Pitched it right to Fulgaris. Now to Manuel. The Hawks get the steal. Howard, right wing, deeper on the right side to Sturts. Cross-court feed. Sage is open for three more. No good. Rebound tipped out by Howard. Tips it to Sturts. Great effort by Howard. And now a shoving foul is called on. I think they're going to get Corey Sands. Grad student from Nassau in the Bahamas. And he got caught for the reach, but Isaiah Howard kept the possession alive.
Yeah, good hustle by Isaiah Howard. Out of the starting lineup, just comes in off the bench and pays dividends.
Yeah, at both ends of the floor. Really good defense, forced to steal, and now kept the possession alive with an offensive tip. Iowa up 16-13, 11:59 to play in the first half. Let's step out and come back to Iowa City in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Weekends are tricky. You want breakfast, but also a burger. Enter Burger Shed Brunch. Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 2. Think loaded skillets, biscuits and gravy, breakfast burritos, cinnamon rolls, and waffles that keep you full all morning. Plus our brunch burgers. And brunch without a drink? That's just breakfast. We've got Bloody Marys, mimosas, and spiked coffee. When brunch hours end, we don't. Your lunch and dinner favorites keep going. Burger Shed. Burgers, beers, and a bunch of BS. Burger Shed. Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Iowa leading 16-13 over Chicago State. Bobby Hansen, Gary Dolphin, welcome you back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. 11:59 to play in the half. And Hawkeye basketball. And it comes to Howard, back to Sturts. Here's Manuel. Boy, they're pushing that man-to-man way out on the perimeter. Fulgaris, backdoor cut. Sage is undercut. And we'll get 2 free throws. Couldn't finish the shot off because he got undercut pretty good there, and a foul called on C.J. Ray. Did I hear that right?
You did?
Okay. That's 2 on him. So the good news is they've got Byard and Ray in serious foul trouble with 11:49 to play in the half. And Tate Sage misses the first free throw. Hawks really struggled at the start the other night from the foul line. They have again. Just 2 of 5. Daniel Sisapine comes out of the game. Both teams have gone 2 minutes without a score. Now Sage makes the second free throw. So he's got himself 5 points. Iowa's leading scorer. 17-13 Hawks. They'll look for another stop. They've gotten back-to-back stops. Ray crosses over on Fulgaris, gets all the way inside and scores. Nope, the ball crawled out of there, but he's fouled. I mean, that's pretty good effort by Fulgaris, but 6'10" trying to guard 6'5", that's a tough guard. He's spinning, whirling, pirouetting, and got all the way to the rim and then is fouled.
Well, what happens when a guy spins like that, Gary, is you got to have offside help come over and cut his path off right there. Give him a little help. Alvaro had him where he wanted him, made him turn. Just got the shot up there, and
he's
no
strong.
Hawkeye to defend him. Yeah,
looks like a fullback. 220-pound senior from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Played at Long Island University. That been an opponent here at Carver down through the years. Ray hits both free throws. 17-15, 2-point game again as Coach Bussey continues to run substitutions in. Joseph Owens, grad student from DeKalb, Illinois, and Kentucky State University, enters. And now here comes that full court pressure. Naturally, it goes right to Bennett Sturtz. Howard sets a screen, and the Hawks work the ball into the front court, up to 17-15 with 11:25 to play here in the first half. Howard for Sturtz. A lot of switching going on out there. Here's Fulgaris left of the lane. The ISO him out top for Sage. Shot fake, gets in the lane, up shot, and good. Man, what an acrobatic move by Tate Sage.
That's a veteran move right there from the freshman. Took it into the paint with confidence, took the hit, got it up there for the basket. Got 7 points early.
Weatherford, Oklahoma's finest. Here's a charge. And this is going to be on Joseph Owens. He released a pass and then ran over through Bennett Sturtz. Bennett he takes one for the team in so many ways, doesn't he?
Certainly does, yeah.
Complete player.
This game, it seems like he wants to be the setup man. He hasn't got a basket. I don't think he's taken a shot yet, but just passing it around.
I'm with you. He's going to get his shots coming up here shortly. You can bet on that. 10:55 to play. Hawks are up 4 now with the ball. Here's Sturtz, a 3 from the corner. No good, a little struck. Runs and gets his rebound. And we have a holding foul called down underneath, away from the ball. And they're going to get Dallas Cox with the hold, and that's going to put Iowa at the foul line with 10:47 to go first half. Here we go again, 17 fouls on the Cougars. Same pattern as the other night. Southeast Missouri State put Iowa at the line not midway through the first half. And now Tavian Banks will shoot the 1-and-1. He's at 60%. Hawks are 3 of 6 from the free throw line. They're shooting 77% from the charity stripe coming into tonight, so we know they're better than what they've been showing. As a presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball, Midwest One Bank combines sophisticated banking solutions and local expertise to deliver a custom financial strategy that is unique to your needs. Midwest One Bank, small enough to care, big enough to deliver. Member FDIC. Tavion makes the first free throw. He'll get another. Hawks by 5, 20-15. Second one good. Banks in the book. 10:46 to play in the half. Hawks 21, Cougars 15. Tankersley, a stop-and-go move. He's being chased by the freshman Tate Sage. And long arms of Tate. He's doing a good job on it. Now center of the floor. Far corner it goes for Corey Sands. Sands takes the dribble right wing. Jump passes to the sideline. Long 3 is no good. Fourth shot there with the shot clock winding down by Stephen Bayard. Sage with a strong weak side rebound. Hawks up 6 now with the ball. Banks to Sturtz. He had a good look for a 3 a moment ago, and it just a little strong. Here's Fulgaris taking the dribble right of the lane. No look pass, backdoor cutting, but fumbling the pass is Tavion Banks. Oh man, Banks, you know what he wanted to do with the ball? He was going to go up and flush it, but didn't look it in and fumbled it out of bounds. Turnover Iowa. Timeout on the floor with, check that, no timeout. Thought we signaled for timeout. 9:58 to play. That's the third turnover on the Hawkeyes. And the score holds for the moment, 21-15 Iowa. Into the front court. Comes Braylon Bush. Now right of the lane. Jump hook up, no good. Had a good look at it, but couldn't talk it down. Really good man defense by Iowa. And the rebound is taken away by Banks. Sturtz into the front court. 9:30 to play first half. Fulgaris now out at the point. Here's Sturtz on the wing. His pass deflected and stolen.
Yeah, take the shot, Bennett. You're wide open.
Yeah, these quick guards are bothering the Hawkeyes on the perimeter. Chauncey Gibson with that steal. 4 turnovers on the Hawkeyes. There's a muscle inside by Ray. Jump hook no good. Nothing falling for the Cougars. Rebounded by Folgaris. He waits for Sturts. Ben McCullum says, come on now, let's hawk up. 9 minutes to play in the half. Iowa leading by 6. Wide open look for 3. In and out from the corner. No good by Hawson. As the Hawks have some firepower in there, but shots aren't falling right now. Iowa 6. Make it 7 for 14. 50% isn't bad, but they've been in a little bit of a drought here. Score still 21-15 Iowa. 8:38 to play first half. Gibson has the dribble far side. Pull-up jump shot, aired it out from 3. Nice solid rebound by Banks. Here comes Sturts on his horse. Bennett drifts into the front court. Now backs it out with a left hand. High bounce dribble. Now a pass into the corner to Banks. To Sturts. Make it Cale Combs, not Banks. Here's Folgaris, 9 to shoot. Behind the back dribble by Alvaro, and he's fouled. That behind the back dribble got the defender off balance. And a blocking foul is called on Marcus Tankersley. So at the line will be Alvaro Folgaris. He's been very good at the foul line. And of course he misses the first. 70%. Iowa 5 of 9. Make it 6 for 10. 22-15. Good news is they're getting to the free throw line.
They certainly are, Jerry. Looking at the numbers, been to the free throw line 10 times to just 2 for Michigan, or for Chicago State. Hawks have connected on 6 of those 10.
Iowa with 25 more makes than opponents' attempts at the foul line. That's been solid. 22-15. And Chicago State's on the attack. Bush between the rings. Deals it for Stephen Bayard. He leaves it for Chauncey Gibson. Deep 3 from the left side. No good by Bush. Boy, they put up some wild shots, don't they? Hawks with a rebound. Trevin Urach into the game. Got his hands on that one. Here's Sturts. 7.5 to go first half. Hawks by 7. 22-15. Hawson drives a one-arm pass back on point to Sturts. 12 to shoot. Hawks spread the floor. Sturts crossover dribble. Hooks a pass to Urach. Drives inside. Misses the layup. Tip dunk attempt. No good. Missed by Tavion Banks. Tavion just doesn't have his feet in him. Now we got a foul, a moving screen called on Chicago State. Chicago State's been its own worst enemy.
That's 3 fouls on C.J. Ray, the senior. He's got 4 points. Go along to 3 fouls.
Poor shot selection and foul trouble. 7:10 to go. That's for Chicago State. Hawkeyes will take it. And they'll take some free throws when we come back. Iowa with the 7-point lead. 7:10 to play in the first half. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you this season by Mid-American Energy. Make safety a slam dunk this winter. Schedule an inspection of your natural gas appliances like your furnace and water heater. And get more safety tips at midamericanenergy.com. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by 988 Lifeline. 988 compassionate help. Anytime, anywhere. Call or text 988. Help is waiting for you. Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield's coverage of Iowa basketball continues in just a minute from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
This is a commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, and we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all, the #1 seed to beat, the one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/100.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
And as we come back to action, Brendan Hawson drills a three for the Hawkeyes, and they have their biggest lead at 10, 25-15. This after a charging foul called on Chicago State, who's gone 4 minutes without a score. Hawks go up 10. And it's been all defense in the Chicago State end. The Hawks have really tied them up. We'll reset the lineups here in a minute, but only 5 to shoot. Double team on the baseline. They're going to have to force something up. Shot is no good short. Offered up by Byard. And the Hawkeyes get the rebound. Rebound dominance now, Bobby. One and done every time down if they don't turn it over.
Yeah, lock them up and then block out. Go get the rebound and make them play some defense.
Iowa up 10 now with the ball. 6:09 to go till halftime. There's a hook pass, Urak to Hawson. Now to Sturtz. Sturtz has only put up a couple shots. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, great weak side cut and a layup. Nicely done by Tavion Banks, but a great pass found him.
Yeah, it really was. It was Cale Combs there from the offside. Saw the cutter, Tavion Banks, cut to the rim for the basket. Tavion's got 6.
All of a sudden, it's a 12-point lead for the Hawks. 27-15. 5:38 to play. Here's a stop-and-go move by Daniel Zasepin. He's back in the game. Shot is up, and they're going to count it. A foul called on Iowa. A hack on the wrist as Zasepin kept his balance. I beg your pardon, Marcus Tankersley got the dish from Daniel Zasepin. First Chicago State basket in over 5 minutes. Free throws good by Tankersley. So their leading scorer on the year has 9. And that cuts the lead for the Hawkeyes back to 9, 27-18. Hawson open again from the corner. This time he misses. Too strong. Out of bounds. Touch last by Chicago State's Malik Robinson, the freshman from Baton Rouge. Mad scramble for that missed shot by Hawson. Hawks are getting some good looks, though, Bobby, from the perimeter.
Getting wide open looks, too, when they're moving the ball like they are against that half-court pressure zone defense by Chicago State. Got to step up and make those shots. The Hawks from three-point land, just 3 of 11.
And it comes to the big 6'11 freshman, Urak, and Trevin knows where the basket is. He muscled his way into the paint, and his jump hook was swatted away, but he was fouled. And more free throws coming for the Hawks, who are 6 of 10 here in the first half with 5:12 to go. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Midwest One Bank and by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. They know that quality coverage takes a great team, and with a Wellmark individual and or family health plan, you can choose from thousands of in-network providers. Score great coverage and find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/covered. Trevin Urak got in double figures the other night with 10. He makes his first free throw. Iowa back up 10, 28-18. As checking in for Chicago State, Corey Sands, grad student from Nassau in the Bahamas. Also coming into the game is Dallas Cox. He started. Cooper Koch will return, replacing Hawson in the Iowa lineup. Hawks back up 11, 29-18. 5:12 to go first half. Stay with us at halftime for a special performance in honor of Dance Marathon, which will come up in February. Urak knocks the dribble away from 5'9" Braylon Bush. 6'10", guarding 5'9". How about that? That's a nice switch.
He got down there and teed him up, knocked the ball loose.
Tankers lead inbound right in front of Ben McCullum in the Hawkeye bench. Brings it out to the timeline to Bush. Braylon Bush gets around his man. Running jump shot in the lane, no good. Going to get a shove off on Chicago State. I believe they got Dallas Cox. Cox is 6'6", 215 pounds, and he is sculptured. It's hard for him to hide when he shoves somebody.
Battling Tavian Banks inside there. Tavian, good block out. Went to go get the ball, and he pushed when he was in midair.
Cox
more free
with the sarcastic smile. Come on, ref, give me a break. Nope. 10th team foul, so 2 free throws for Tavian Banks. First one takes flight and right through. Hawks now starting to heat up at the charity stripe, 8 for 12. Second one is airborne, it's good. Banks in double figures with 11. Braylon Bush into the front court for the visitors. Here's Bayard with a pop-up jumper. It goes down. Urach a little late to get out there from 18 feet, which hardly blame him. He's 6'10", 250. Takes him a little time to get started. First field goal in a while again for Chicago State. 31-20 Iowa. Hawks' biggest lead has been 13. 4:25 to play in the half. Koch with a dribble left side. Goes baseline to Howard. Or excuse me, to Banks. He almost threw it away. Koch ran it down. Urach's going to throw up a 3 as the shot clock winds down, and a shoving foul going to be called on Cooper Koch. Oh, wait a minute. Check that. It's on Chicago State. Well, apparently they're going to go with the first thing that he saw, because Koch got. Now, wait a minute. What are they doing here?
They were both number 8.
Oh, I got you. So it is on Koch.
Yeah.
I mean, Coach Bussey was really doing a dance down there, really hot. Thought they called on his number 8, Bayard, but clearly Cooper was at fault there, so they got it right. 4:05 to play in the half. Hawks get back on defense. 31-20 Iowa. Here's a baseline feed for Bayard. He throws it off the shoe of Alvaro Falgueras. He was trapped on the baseline, and it'll be Chicago State ball coming in with 17 to shoot when play resumes. Bobby will have a Midwest One Bank quick stat when we come back. Hawks up 11, 31-20 over Chicago State at Carver. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quickstar's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quickstar's here for you whenever you need us.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, AFLOS, and Community Choice Credit Union. In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. AFLOS offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aflos.health.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
And speaking of Midwest One Bank, here's Bobby Hansen with his Midwest One Bank quick stat. Midwest One, small enough to care, big enough to deliver.
Well, I think what jumps off the page for me for our Midwest One Bank stat of the game so far is points from turnovers. Hawkeyes winning that battle 9-0. They've turned over Chicago State 5 times. The Hawks have committed just 4 turnovers, but with those 5 turnovers by the Chicago State Cougars, turned into 9 points. So almost
9-0,
perfect.
huh?
Yeah, 9-0.
Hawks had a couple early turnovers, but just 4 for the game. 5 on Chicago State. So the Hawks have been more judicious in turning their forced miscues into points. Tankersley with the ball for Chicago State as we get back to action. Just under 4 minutes to play in the half. Iowa up 11. There's a baseline feed and a drive into deep defender territory. The Hawks had the ball carrier surrounded, in this case Corey Sands. He's just 6'4". He had Koch and Banks and Fulgaris all around him, but Cooper got tagged with his second foul. Coach McCullum brings Brendan Hawson off the bench. He'll come and get Cooper Koch, who's got 3 points here in the first half. Free throw is good by Corey Sands, who was very aggressive on that baseline drive. 31-21, Iowa by 10. 3:46 to play. Stay with us at halftime. And we'll have a complete scoreboard, including the high school football playoffs. Championship games this weekend. Our Pat Anger is involved in a couple of those. Both free throws are good by Sands. 31-22. And the Cougars of Chicago State drop back into a 2-3 zone. Fulgaris finds an open Hassan on the wing. To Combs.
He's open in far right corner.
Hassan's open from the left side, misses the 3. Rushed that shot a little bit. Sands with a rebound. Crossover dribble into the front court by Braylon Bush. They go down low. Tankersley turns, misses the shot. Fulgaris grabs the rebound. Ripped it away from Dallas Cox. Now 3 minutes to go. Sturtz has the ball for Iowa. Up 9, 31-22. Fulgaris tries for 3. Rims and comes off. And rebounded by the visitors. Lionel Lavadon. Quickly into the front court. They've gotten away with a walk, Lavadon, but no whistle. We play on. Bush, far right side. Gets a screen, comes around it, top of the circle, holds up now left wing. Stop and go move to the baseline. Now trapped down there is Lavadon. Gets a pass into the paint, and a jump shot goes down. Lavardin got trapped on the baseline, but somehow dribbled out of it and nailed the jump shot. Here's Chicago State on a little run, back to within 7, 31-24. Here's a hook pass by Fulgaris to the corner, a 3, another missed shot, and out of bounds to who? We'll stay with the Hawks. Fulgaris took it all the way into the paint. Ben McCullum's explaining to him, go to the rack, dunk it. It's a more high percentage shot than a 3. Hawks get another chance, so here's Sturtz. He's fouled and knocks it in off the window. What a move. High post left, took a step into the lane, pivoted to the baseline, and dropped it in high off the window.
Took him almost 18 minutes of basketball time here to get his first hoop to drop, but Bennett posts up the smaller player from Chicago and gets an and-one opportunity.
30-second timeout asked for by Iowa. Ben McCullum's not afraid to use those timeouts, is he?
No, you got 4 each half. Can't carry them over, so why not use them?
Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by University of Iowa Healthcare. Stay with us for the UIHC halftime show. Here for you, no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Going to celebrate Dance Marathon. Of course, the big fundraiser comes up in February. They're going to have a bunch of the students out here at center floor dancing around, holding up signs for their favorite patient over at University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital and UIHC in general. Free throw coming for Bennett Sturtz. Iowa City Regina lost to number 1 seed West Lyon in the 1A title game this evening, 34-27 in overtime. Bishop Garrigan survives 2 seed Woodbine 44-42. Garrigan, the number 1 seed in 8-player football. Sturt's free throw is good. There's a jump hook at the other end, quick in the shot clock by Cox, no good. Iowa 34, Chicago State 24 with 1:45 to play in the half. Combs, backdoor pass, layup is good, and a foul called. Tavion Banks, the recipient of an incredible pass, a no-look pass from Hawkeyes Combe all the way to the baseline, and an easy lay-in for Banks, and he gets fouled.
I really like his game, Jerry. He's always around the ball. He's not afraid to mix it up inside, and got good hands, good catch, and finish at the rim.
Tavion, Iowa's leading scorer, if I'm reading your book right, Bobby, with 10, make it 11. And 9 rebounds, I might add.
Yeah, double-double the first half.
How about that? So the Hawks shoot back up in front by 13, 37-24. Here's a shot high off the glass. Boy, they're jacking up shots the minute they cross the timeline. No good. Rebounded by Iowa. Hawson hit the deck, but he's up and running the other way. Catching up to his teammates. Fulgaris misses a running drive from the left, from the weak side left baseline. Good pass, but Alvaro was a little bit out of balance, and here's a drive and a missed layup at the other end, but a foul on Iowa. Got to be called. Little number 21, 5'9", Braylon Bush. Slid through heavy traffic in the lane, got shoved from behind as the shot went up, and he'll get free throws. 37-24 Iowa. Trevin Urak will come in for Alvaro Fulgaris. Picked up his first foul there. Excuse me, it's not a shooting foul. Just the 6th team foul on the Hawks. That's playing clean basketball. And out front it comes for Daniel Zasepin. To Bush. Cougars spread the floor and run some clock for the first time in a while. Now they get it inside. Jump shot is up and no good. Too hard. Good look at it by Cox. Or by Zasepin, but could not get it to go. Now 52 seconds to play in the half. And the Hawkeyes can take it down inside 30 if they choose. Here's Sturtz. Nope, he's going to lob up a 3. No good off the right of the iron. Bennett touches way off here, at least in the first half. He's got just 1 field goal. And a free throw. 37-24. Iowa's lead remains 13 with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a travel.
Kicked it.
Oh, they're going to call a foul on Tavion Banks.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's a 7th team foul, so they'll be shooting free throws. Well, Tankersley lost the ball. It's rolling on the floor out there. He's trying to pick it up, can't pick it up. He's moving his feet. He had momentary possession. I think it should have been a foul, or I mean a travel. And instead they call a foul. Banks was reaching for the ball, as Tankersley was. Yeah, I don't get that call, but can't get them all right, at least in our opinion. 26 seconds to go in the half. Iowa's lead is 13. We'll give you all the scores from the football playoffs as well as what's going on in college basketball at the intermission. Well, poetic justice. Tankersley missed the front end of the 1-and-1. They've been woeful at the foul line. So the score still 37-24. The Hawks will have the last say offensively here in the first half as we wind inside 10 seconds to play. Sturt's going to go one-on-one with the defender. Rifles a pass to Urak. Back to Bennett. He heads to the basket. Shot up and good with 3.5 to go. What an impossible cover when he takes off for the hoop with the ball in his hand.
Yeah, it just appears that he can get to the rim whenever he wants, but for whatever reason in the first half, he's been a facilitator moving the ball around, but with the clock winding down, put his head down and got fouled. The end one coming for Bennett.
Now you see me, now you don't. Sturtz, 2 field goals. Along with a free throw, he's got 5 points. Another free throw here, and of course he's hovering around 90%. 40-24 with the and one. Hawks have their biggest lead now at 16 with 3.5 seconds to go. Iowa will pressure full court with a smaller lineup, and so Coach Bussey calls a timeout. Actually, it's a substitution timeout.
3.5 seconds on the game clock. Hawks just got to keep the ball in front of you here. Nothing over the top.
Here it comes in at half court, and a running jump shot at the buzzer is no good by Tankersley. And we've reached halftime. The Hawks lead it by 16, 40-24. Tonight's halftime is brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives. For all of Iowa and beyond, visit uihealthcare.org. uihealthcare.org. We're back to Carver in just a minute. It's a big football weekend, too. More on that next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark for coverage you can count on. Find your plan at wellmark.com. This is the University of Iowa Healthcare Halftime Show. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives.
Iowa leads at 40-24 over Chicago State University at the halftime. Chicago State hung with the Hawks the first 12 minutes. Iowa got the lead to double digits for the first time at 10. Chicago State cut it back to 7. And then the Hawks with a flourish, 9-0 run to use up the last 2 minutes and 7 seconds, Bobby, and that has them in front by 16.
Yeah, it was, let me look here, 33-24. Bennett Sturts hit the and one, made a free throw there, and then Banks came back. But yeah, nice finish right there to the half and kind of got it under control a little bit. I mean, Coach McCollum warned us that, they're going to junk it up. They're going to play some different pressing, play some zone. So thought the Hawks handled it after a while, but the 9-0 run end of the first half certainly helpful.
On Dance Marathon night here at Carver, it's 40-24 Iowa at the half. We'll come back with the halftime stats courtesy of Hy-Vee. That's next here on the University of Iowa Healthcare Halftime Show. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau. the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Get in the game with Hawk Talk. Join Coach Kirk Ferentz and host Gary Dolphin for 90 minutes of Iowa football talk. Wednesday, 6:30 to 8 Central. Listen live on the Hawkeye Radio Network and Iowa Hawkeyes YouTube channel. Presented by View Rooftop.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is brought to you by Quick Star, Better Business Bureau, Lennox, American Equity, Tournament Club of Iowa, Big Grove, Oak Knoll, U.S. Cellular.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
At halftime, it's the Hawkeyes 40 and Chicago State 24. Iowa 4-0, trying to get to 5-0 before they head west this weekend for the Acrisure Holiday Classic. A good friend of ours out at center court right now is A.J. Reister. He's a senior from Northfield, Minnesota, and he helped spawn the idea of, Dance Marathon is held every February, and the great student body at the University of Iowa raises millions of dollars at the Memorial Union. Why not have the student body come over and let's have a Children's Hospital Dance Marathon night here at Carver Hawkeye Arena? So tons of students are here with placards, and you write in the name of your favorite cancer patient, family member, friend, and hold it up. We had the wave here midway through the first half, a symbolic gesture. A.J. Reister has helped put all this together, and I talked to A.J. a little while ago.
When I took over as the creative director this year, one of my big goals was to combine my two loves, which is athletics and then dance marathon as well. So I reached out to Brian and pitched him the idea of, hey, let's do something with athletics and dance marathon this year. And Brian was like, well, we can do one better than just putting videos up on the video board. Let's try and do a dance marathon themed basketball game. So over the last year or so, we've been in contact with each other, trying to put together this event, and it's finally come together, like you said, long overdue. So I'm really excited to see how it turns out, and hopefully it's something that we can continue to do year after year, well after I graduate.
A neat branch of this whole episode tonight is you've got people in the stands holding up a Fight For sign. Is it a sign or a stick or what?
Yeah, it'll be a sign. So everyone, when they walk into the arena tonight, they'll be handed a sign that says "I fight for," and there'll be a blank space where they can put whoever they want that they are fighting for or standing up alongside in their fight against cancer. So at halftime, I'll actually be the one to walk out onto the court, and I'm going to introduce the Schrader family and tell their story. And I'm going to ask for everybody to hold up their signs, and then the hope is we'll have 10,000 plus standing with those I Fight For signs and standing alongside their loved ones and friends who are in the fight against cancer.
And they have the Schwartz family out at center court now as they're talking about their young son, Austin, who is battling a serious illness. And everybody in the stands will be asked to hold up their placard for TV. This is being streamed on Big Ten Plus tonight, by the way. And you can hold up the family member or friend of your favorite patient. I've got mine written down here, Maya Gilchrist, who lives up north of Cedar Rapids near Center Point, and cousin of mine, Dave Dolphin, who is battling cancer. So all the best prayers and thoughts to Maya and David. And thanks to AJ Reister, who is the creative content director for Dance Marathon. They had Campbell Wood out there talking as well. She's the executive director of Dance Marathon. And all you do is you want to pledge, just send your pledge in. You can do it long before February. Just log on to Dance Marathon, uiowa.edu, at uiowa. Dance Marathon at uiowa.edu. Let's knock the socks off the previous high raised for Dance Marathon. Thanks to AJ Reister for stopping by at halftime. Courtesy of the University of Iowa Healthcare System. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. More halftime coming up here, courtesy of UIHC, with Iowa leading Chicago State 40-24. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growing and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Teams struggling shooting the basketball here at halftime. The difference has been free throws for the Hawkeyes. Iowa shooting 43% and still leads by 16 over Chicago State 40-24. Tavian Banks has 11 points. He got off to a great start. 7 for Tate Sage, 6 for Bennett Sturtz. He's only taken 4 shots. You know he's going to get going here in the second half. The Hawks were 12 of 28 and 3 of 16 from 3. Chicago State worse, 36% shooting, 9 for 25 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. They have a leading scorer with 9. That's Marcus Tankersley, their leading scorer. The Hawks have 7 more made free throws and 10 more rebounds. Those are 2 big differences in Iowa's 40-24 lead at the half. Our halftime stat recap is brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Hawkeye Basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. This is Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just needs someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands on the new Honda today with 0.99% financing. 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines are on clearance. Plus, see big savings on the full Honda line, like financing as low as 0.99% APR on the new 2025 Ridgeline. Don't miss Happy Honda Days. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 1/5/26.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Time for our John Deere halftime interview with Bobby Hansen, brought to you by the great John Deere dealers of Iowa, including Van Wall Equipment, with locations in Albia, Grinnell, Missouri Valley, and Urbandale. Here's Bobby with Iowa assistant coach Luke Barnwell.
Coach, 9-0 run there at the end of the first half got the Hawks a 16-point lead. Your overall assessment of the first half?
I thought early we weren't very good defensively. We kind of let them get to what they want to get to, which they play a ton of isolation, and they got guys that can make plays inside the paint. We let them get to their dominant hand, and then we finally settled in defensively. And then as soon as we settled in defensively, felt like we couldn't throw a nickel in the ocean. I mean, we're wide open a lot. We just somebody's got to step up and knock some down. And then towards the end of that half, we made a couple plays, and Bennett got going. Bennett didn't score the first time. It felt like 15 minutes of the half, and then he scored 6 down the stretch there.
Bobby with Luke Barnwell, Hawkeye assistant coach, sponsored by your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. We're underway in the second half. Teams have traded quick baskets, and Iowa's lead is still 16, 42-26. Now the Hawks get a stop, looking for more. Banks left of the lane. Hooks a pass weak side for Koch. Shot fake, he drives inside, lays it up and in. Love that aggressive move.
Absolutely. Took the three-pointer away from him, so he put it on the deck with the left hand, got all the way to the rim, got him a layup.
44-26, Iowa's biggest lead now at 18. Here's a drive, and a shot goes up over the square and out of bounds, but a foul called on the Hawkeyes. Bennett Sturtz got caught with the reach, trying to guard the cat-quick Braylon Bush. 5'9", 155, so you would expect him to be, quickness would be a strong suit. He's at the foul line. By the way, our Charity Stripe recap brought to you by Latham Seeds, the Great Southern Bank, and EMC Insurance. The Charity Stripe recap, how the Hawks do it. The foul line in the first half, really good, 13 of 17. They had 7 more free throw makes, 76.5%, 5 of 6 for Chicago State. And you can add 2 to that now, 7 of 8 for the Cougars as Bush makes both free throws. 44-28, Iowa's lead is 16. Hawks start the second half. Here's Cooper Koch from 3, good. That drive to the basket really has him fueled, Bobby.
You see the ball go through the basket into the net there. That gives you a lot of confidence, Gary. And he got that first one early, that layup, and now wide open right corner for the 3.
He's got a driving layup and now a 3-point goal to start the second half. Iowa's lead, largest of the night, 47-28. Here's a long 3 from out top, no good. Rebounded and then lost by Chicago State. Tankersley had his mitts on it, so did Byard, but Hawks come away with it. They scrape it away. And here's Sturtz for 3. Good. You knew he was going to start taking his shot. He only took 4 shots in that first half. That one was a thing of beauty.
If I was Bennett Sturtz, I'd be shooting every time. The way he can shoot the basketball and the green light to do it. That time he was looking for that 3. And
17.5 to play in the game. Shot fake from the near corner and then a throwaway. Chauncey Gibson passed up a wide open look for 3. Put the ball on the floor, was driving and threw it away. So the turnover on the Cougars. Cale Combs got a hand on it and swiped it away, and touched last by Chicago State. Combs with the ball, right wing for Sturts. Here's Banks, center of the floor. Combs left side. Give and go now as he gets it to Banks. Baseline drive. Hook layup, no good. Put back is good by Maniau. Cam Maniau. Banks twisted his ankle there as he drove in, and he's going to have to come out and have that checked by trainer Brad Floyd. Don't want to lose this guy. He has been
He'll be all right.
Big all season. Yeah, just a momentary twist. He's got 13 points, 9 rebounds to lead Iowa. 9 for Bennett Sturts. 7 for Cooper Koch. He's got 5 quick ones to start the second half. Hawks have the ball right back. Actually, they don't. They just scored, Maniau. And now a foul on Maniau as he went chest to chest with Stephen Bayard. Cam at 250 is going to win that wrestling match. Second foul on the Hawks here early in the second half. 16:47 to play. Iowa's lead is 52-28. Another 20 on the shot clock for the Cougars. Here's a baseline drive by Tankersley. Shot up, no good, but a foul called well after the shot was put up, and they're going to get Koch. I thought they whistled that on Maniau. He was more animated, saying I didn't touch him. And he's right, he didn't, but Cooper did. 3 team fouls on the Hawks. 16:38 to play in the ball game. Iowa trying to get to 5-0. This 5-game homestand to start the season. Now here's a stumble and a travel on Marcus Tankersley. He tried to throw a shoulder into Koch or Cale Combs. They're both standing there, and he stumbled. He hit that tall Hawkeye timber, and down he went.
Couldn't keep his feet underneath him there. Good defense by the Hawkeyes to block his driving lane. Paying attention to their leading scorer.
8 turnovers on Chicago State. And Iowa looks to build on a 24-point lead. Tate Sage. Now for Isaiah Howard, who's back in the game. Isaiah drives a pass to Sage. Now far side for Sturts. Back to Sage. Open for 3. Passed it up. Now hits a cutting Howard. Dunkaroo. Oh, what a beautiful executed play. Sage shot fake. Drew the defense. Hit a cutting Howard for the slam.
Really good teamwork that time. Ball never hit the floor. Working against that zone. Look opposite. Found the cutter. Isaiah Howard for the dunk.
54-28. And a jump shot is good right of the lane. Braylon Bush hunting baskets and got a nice looking jump shot. Just 5'9", 5'10". Chicago State, by the way, in the Northeastern Conference. They've switched leagues about 3 times here in the last 7 or 8 years. Great pass by Sturts to a post-up low Alvaro Folgueras. All he had to do is turn and put it in the basket.
John, that was a pretty feed right there. I don't know if people were paying attention. They saw how beautiful that pass was. No looker.
Here's Bush shooting again. This time he misses. Sage clears for the Hawkeyes. Hawks got him on the run now. 56-30. 15-10 to play in the game. Folgueras. Howard's open for 3. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Tankersley. Bush motors into the front court. One arm pass to Tankersley. He's going to the basket. Shot up and no good, but a foul on Iowa. We'll shoot free throws when we come back. 14:56 to play in the game. Iowa's lead has swelled to 26. It's 56-30. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa. That includes the fuel in our vehicles. So when you fill her up, pump it up with unleaded 88 and support Iowa's corn farmers. This is Hawkeye basketball, presented by Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Craving something sweet? Step into the flavor of a good old-fashioned bake sale, Quick Star style. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our premium donuts. Choose from Quick Star's fluffy Long Johns, rich Persians, classic Bismarcks, or ring donuts. So delicious, just like the ones at your hometown bake sale. Do you remember those fresh, oven-baked cookies your grandma used to make? So good. Well, the Quickery's got them. Our cookies are just like the ones from back in the day. Let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Treat yourself today.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeyes have bolted to a 26-point lead here in the first 5 minutes of the second half, outscoring the Chicago State Cougars 16-6, and they're doing it from every which way. 10 more rebounds, 16-0 in points off turnovers. The Iowa bench has outscored the Cougs 19-6. Second chance points 13-2, part of crashing the boards, Bobby Hansen.
Yeah, it really is. Offensive rebounds for the Hawkeyes. They have 8 of them. A couple of guys have 2 each. Cam Maniel with 2. Tavion Banks has a couple, so doing a good job cleaning the glass.
Tankersley will shoot 2 free throws. Their leading scorer at 17 a game this young season. Good-looking player, solid. Makes the first. He's got a dozen to lead them. Second one is good. Make it a baker's dozen. 14:56 to play. Iowa 56, Chicago State 32. Sturtz hit that beautiful arcing 3 a moment ago. Leaves it baseline left for Combs. On the wing now to Fulgaris. Alvaro's come into the game. Here's Bennett. It's a driving Howard layup. Good. Ooh, man, for a guy 6'6", running around like a point guard out there.
Yeah, he really does. He's slasher is what he is, Gary. Just cuts hard to the basket and strong enough to finish at the rim.
Bush lobs up a jump shot. It's good from 15 feet. Nice high post screen by Stephen Byard. Freed up his little buddy. 58-34. Hawkeyes, 14-13 to play. Combs to Howard. Now to Tate Sage. Sturtz and Fulgaris complete the Iowa lineup. Here's Combs. Sage looking for a teammate. To the big Spaniard, Fulgaris. He's one-on-one behind the back dribble. Gets deep into the paint. Hook pass to Howard. Layup good. How about that? What a move. What a double move by Fulgaris, and then a great pass.
Yeah, to find Isaiah Howard wide open in the middle of the paint. Somehow Chicago State lost him. Howard with another basket. He's got 6.
Yeah, talk about being on the same page, same wavelength. Here's Byard driving inside. Throws up a wild shot off the glass. And the rebound tip by Fulgaris to Bennett Sturtz. 13:27 remaining. 60-34. Iowa's lead is 26. Crossover dribble by Bennett. Left wing for Fulgaris. Left-handed dribble. And a pass intended for Howard hits the rim and deflects to Combs. Inside, layup good by Sage. Timeout Iowa. 32nd timeout. Wants to get Trevin Urak into the game as well as Tavion Banks. That's when things are going your way. A jump pass skims off the top of the rim right to a teammate, and the Hawks score.
I thought the same thing. Yeah, can't do no wrong here to start the second half. The Hawks on a roll here. Start out this half 22-10.
This will be a full timeout with 13:06 to play in the game. Iowa 62, Chicago State 34. As the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Men's Hoops, Midwest One combines sophisticated banking solutions and local expertise to deliver a custom financial strategy unique to your needs. Midwest One, small enough to care, big enough to deliver. Member FDIC. This is Hawkeye basketball, courtesy of Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growing and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
Glacier Graphics and Signs provides big signs, bold graphics, and beautiful results for Hawkeye athletics around Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and throughout campus. Glacier Graphics and Signs helps build your brand through custom graphics, signage, and video displays designed to specifically tell your story and grow your business in a big way. That's Glacier Graphics and Signs, a preferred graphic and signage provider of Iowa Hawkeye athletics. Visit them online at glacier.com to see how they can bring your big ideas to life.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
It'll be Chicago State basketball after the Iowa score, 62-34. Hawkeyes, 13:02 to go in the game. Bobby Hansen, Gary Dolphin, engineer, producer Corey Sheets back courtside here at Carver. The Kelly green and white uniforms looks very Michigan State-like. Chicago State brings the ball into the front court, and Bush hits another jump shot. They're just high-posting screens for him, and he's hitting jump shots. He's starting to mount up a good night offensively.
10-point score. He's got 8 all here in the second half.
Hawks tried a backdoor rainbow lob, but never found the intended target. Tate Sage, a steal by Bush and Chicago State. Iowa's taking good care of the ball again tonight. Just 5 turnovers. And lopsided in points off turnovers. There's a drive down the left side of the lane. Bayard jump passes to where he thought Bush was and threw it right by him out of bounds into the bench of Chicago State. That's 9 turnovers on Chicago State. Not a ton, but look at the points off turnovers. 16-0 Iowa.
Yeah, with 9 turnovers, that's almost perfect. Every time they turn it over, you score a basket.
Hawks will make you pay, especially with Sturtz at the throttle. Here's a give and go, a backdoor lob. Urich, layup good, the big fella. Trevin Urich, they just don't have enough size inside to combat the Iowa bigs. Now 30-second timeout asked for by Iowa. And it looks like this one will be a full timeout too. 11:57 to go in the game. Iowa leading 64-36 over the Cougars from the Northeastern Conference, Chicago State. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by University of Iowa Healthcare. Here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org, uihealthcare.org. This is Hawkeye basketball from Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawks rolling, leading 64-36 over Chicago State. They'll head out to the West Coast this weekend, take on Ole Miss, Mississippi in the Acrisure Classic Tuesday night. More on that on our Hawkeye postgame show brought to you by U.S. Cellular. In the high school football playoffs tonight, 8-man championship game. Number 1 ranked Bishop Garrigan held off number 2 Woodbine. What a wild one that was, 44-42. In the Class A title game, MMCRU defeated St. Ansgar 30-17. Who is MMCRU, you might ask? Marcus, Meriden, Cleghorn, Remsen, Union. Did I leave anybody out?
Hey, you got them all.
I used to try and fool or trick Cooper DeJean into OA BCIG, but well, Oldebold Arthur he's going to get. That's where he went to school. Here's a long 3 on the way, in and out, no good by Chicago State. And cleared by the Hawkeyes off the miss by Corey Sands. We got some basketball scores we'll throw your way here shortly. Iowa City Regina, by the way, lost in the 1A title game, 34-27 in overtime, the number 1 seed West Lions. Iowa spreading the court, running some clock. Here's a drive inside right, turns, shoots, and no good. Short by Tavion Banks. Bush with a run out after the rebound. Shot blocked away from behind by Isaiah Howard. Man, can he elevate.
They're the 1-on-5. And why not? Isaiah said, go ahead, throw it up, but I'm going to pin it.
Bush is aggressive with the ball in his hands. Here are the Hawks. Howard drives inside, fires to Urek in the near corner. Now to Sturts. Right wing for Sage. A long 3, no good. Run down by Howard in the corner.
Kid is all hustle.
He is something else. Here's Sturts. He's fouled by Bush. It's the first team foul this half with 10:27 to go on Chicago State. They had Iowa in the 1-and-1 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Imagine coach addressed that at the intermission. Not that it matters. 64-36 Iowa.
Yeah, they just committed. That's the first foul, isn't it?
Yeah. Malik Robinson comes into the ball game for Ray. Out of the game is Corey Sands. And replacing him is Lionel Larvadan. Inbounds feed to Cooper Koch. Cooper wrestles it away from a defender. Wide open look for 3 in the corner is good by Banks. Banks has a double-double. He's 16 points, 10 rebounds. Tavion on his way to becoming our Old Dominion best in the game. Crowd's loving it. Student body loving it. Here's a long 3 attempt, no good by Byard. Gets his own rebound. Is tipped out by Sturts, but right to Byard. He flips it for Lavardan. Left corner, good. A 3 thrown up there by Marcus Tankersley. And a 30-second timeout now asked by Chicago State. 67-39. The Hawkeye lead is 28. Now Regina lost 34-27 to a powerful West Lion. That's the number 1 seed beating the number 3 seed. One game just underway in the Dome, the Uni Dome up in Cedar Falls. That's the 4A title game. Top seed Cedar Rapids Xavier playing number 4 seed Pella. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. in 2A. Can Anger get up that early? My goodness. Pat, I know you'll be at your level best for a 10 o'clock football game. Top seed Kemper Catholic takes on number 6 Van Meter. By the way, Bob Feller would have been 112, I think.
Rapid Robert.
The heater from Van Meter.
You been to the Hall of Fame, guy?
I have. I have been to the Hall of Fame. Just west of Des Moines. They're off I-80.
I interviewed him one time.
Yeah. What a great guy. Here's a steal on the inbounds pass taken away from Banks. He blocks the shot from behind, and I think they're going to count that as an offensive goaltend. So a double whammy for Banks. Loses the ball and then gets called for a defensive goaltending. Bishop Heelan in 3A, the number 4 seed, will face number 7 seed Nevada. What am I thinking? Nevada, central part of Iowa. Class 5A tomorrow night. It's top seed Dowling, Bobby Hansen's alma mater, and number 4 seed Iowa City Liberty. Free throws missed, but they do get the basket. 67-41 Hawkeyes. Play's gotten a little sloppy here at both ends. You can expect that. 9:37 to play in the game. Sturts will settle things down. Here's Urak to Koch, right back to Urak, dunk. Actually, the ball touched Vulgaris before it went back to Urak. A beautiful bounce feed for Vulgaris. Alvaro Vulgaris. The first assist is a beauty. Here's a step back jumper, good. Nice touch by C.J. Ray. Ray's got a half a dozen. Tankersley leads them. He's their only double-figure scorer. Sturts. Ball reversal back near the timeline now. 9 minutes to go. And the Hawks leading 69-43. Cooper Koch, who's had a solid game. Minutes played. He's going to long jump it from 3. No good. Vulgaris runs the rebound down on the baseline. And he's raked across the Adam's apple. Hooked by Malik Robinson. Just a second team foul, I'm happy to say. Keep the clock running. 8:45 to go. In it comes to Combs. Inside to Urak. He's fouled by Robinson. That's 2 quick fouls on 5'11" Malik Robinson going after Trevin Urak. Third team foul. And the Hawks will reload again underneath, out of bounds, left of the goal. Here's 6'10" Alvaro Vulgaris. No look pass to Koch, left wing. Sturts, top of the key right. Vulgaris for 3. Good. Again, the ball never touched the floor.
Now a nice pass, extra pass, I would call that. Bennett Sturts makes the unselfish pass wide open. Alvaro from 22 feet, right wing.
Sturts with 5 assists. And Vulgaris with the basket. Rebound from their shot from the wing is no good. Vulgaris tipped it to a teammate. C.J. Ray misfiring. And here are the Hawkeyes in the front court leading 72-43. Sturts, right side for Combs. Over the top of the defense to Vulgaris. Back over the top, the other way to Cooper Koch. His 3 goes down. Iowa heating up from the perimeter now. Not good for the entire evening. 8 for 24. That's just 33%, but 3 of those have come in the last 3 or 4 minutes. 75-43, and the Hawks have blown the lid off this one. Here's a drive inside. Heavy traffic. A foul called on Urak. With 7:30 to play, and that'll bring us to an official's timeout. On the floor, Urak picks up his first foul. Good job of the freshman. 6 points, couple rebounds. He's fighting in there.
He's going to be a valuable player. He's one of our biggest guys and got some girth to him, got some size. You're going to need him come Big Ten.
Hawkeye basketball coming your more coming your way from Carver Hawkeye Arena in just a minute. Stay with us for the U.S. Cellular postgame show immediately following the game. Hawks lead Chicago State 75-43. This is Hawkeye basketball from Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is healthy coverage of the Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark and find your plan at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Isaiah drives a pass to Sage, now far side for Sturts. Back to Sage, open for three, passed it up. Now hits a cutting Howard, cut through. Oh, what a beautiful executed play. Sage shot fake, drew the defense, hit a cutting Howard for the slam. And Isaiah Howard having a big night, as is Tate Sage. Sage had a hot start to the game. That's our move of the game. Brought to you by our friendly RE/MAX dealers from around the state of Iowa, like RE/MAX Precision on Woodlands Parkway in Des Moines. And Hendricks, Iowa, stop in at RE/MAX at the Depot on East 6th Street. Independence is the home of RE/MAX Independence Realty, 1st Street West. In Mason City, it's the RE/MAX Heartland Realtors, 1511 South Monroe. And in Waterloo, RE/MAX Concepts is located at 302 Commercial Street, Suite A. RE/MAX dealers all over the great state of Iowa.
You do that so well, Mr. Dolphin.
Hey, we got to let them know who our wonderful sponsors are, buddy boy.
Hey, we appreciate them. Buy a house, get a balloon ride, too, with RE/MAX.
Maybe in the spring or summer. Although there are some daredevils who would take that balloon ride now. I mean, they're
warm
just
up
drifting through the air. 75-45. Iowa's lead is 30 with 7:15 to play. Here's Cale Combs. It's Folgaris, Combs, Koch, Sturts, and Cam Magno on the floor for Iowa. Holding foul called on Chicago State's Malik Robinson. He's picked up 3 here in the last 3 minutes. 14 fouls is all on Chicago State. 7:05 to play. Combs double team, jump passes to teammate Magno. Now to Sturts. Right back to Cam, who's cutting right baseline. Drives into a double team. He's hacked. And a foul called on Stephen Byard. 6'8" grad student from Rider University out in New Jersey. Atlantic City boy. Well put together. 6'8", 220. Chicago State's been in the Ohio Valley, the Horizon, now the Northeastern Conference. Here's Folgaris. Byard blocks him from behind as Alvaro went strong to the basket. Even stronger move by Byard. Now he mishandles a pass in the break, and it's stolen away by Combs. 10 turnovers for the Cougars. Magno, left of the lane, baseline to Folgaro. He's double teamed, looks for an outlet, finds in the corner. A 3 is good. Brendan Hosson just snuck into the game, and Hosson drills a 3 from deep in the right corner.
He's starting to warm up, Gary. You know, we need his
game
shooting.
By game, Bobby.
Yeah,
you're right.
Stretch the floor, spread the floor out. he's able to do that. Good passing that time Alvaro finds him.
Well, he and Sturts have such beautiful touches with that form. Here's a shot in close by Lavardin, and it's knocked out of bounds. Missed shot, rimmed and came off. It'll stay with Chicago State. C.J. Bush back into the game. My bad, Braylon Bush. 6 minutes to go, 78-45, the Hawkeyes. Now 9 of 25 from 3 after that last long ranger by Hassan. Baseline pass out to the top of the key, knocked away but controlled by Lavardin. His jump shot at the shot clock expiration is no good. Foul called on the rebound. Fulgaris grabs the board. 16 fouls with 5:40 to go. 16 fouls now on Chicago State. Cale Combs comes out of the game with 3 points, a rebound or two, but his floor game has been solid again tonight, and his defense outstanding.
His defense outstanding, his hustle. He's a guy that can spot up in the corners and knock down three-point shots. He got the three-point parade going here for the Hawkeyes. He hit a 3 early, made it 10-6.
Sophomore Isaiah Howard comes in for him. Here's Hassan to Howard. Center of the floor for Sturts. 5:25 to go. The outcome is not in doubt. Hawks will be 5-0. Fulgaris nails another 3 from the left wing. Well, the Hawks in this second half, 7 of 10 I have them from 3. After an icy first half from distance, but still the Hawks led by 16. Fulgaris with a near steal on the 5'9" Braylon Bush. 81-45 Hawkeyes. Iowa's bench has outscored the Cougars 32-8. Don't want to give all those juicy stats away here before the U.S. Cellular postgame show comes up, but Hawkeye women are going to tip off against 7th-ranked Baylor down in a tournament Thanksgiving Classic in Orlando. You can catch the dulcet tones of John Swisher. And who's on that call with him? Catherine Reynolds.
I heard you say that earlier.
Well, Tiffany Reedy, I can't keep track of their schedules, but Catherine tonight, they both do a great job. Both former outstanding players at Iowa. Here's Fulgaris with a pass to Howard. 81-47 Iowa. Sturts. Fulgaris, try another 3, Alvaro. There it is. Shooting practice like ducks in a pond.
Yeah, feeling it. Back-to-back three-pointers for Fulgaris.
His 3rd triple of the night, 5 of 9 from the field. He's got 14 points. 16 for Banks, 10 for Koch, 9 for Sturts to go with 6 assists. That's a good-looking bank balance sheet once again. 84-47 Iowa. 4 minutes to go in the game. The whistle right at the 4-minute mark. And Cam Manyow gets called for a hook. Free throws coming for Chicago State when we come back. Hawks have it on cruise control. 84-47 at Carver. On Dance Marathon night here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. If you'd like to get an early pledge in for the February fundraiser for Kids Hospital and all things University of Iowa hospitals, log on to dancemarathon.uiowa.edu. dancemarathon.uiowa.edu. This is Hawkeye basketball from Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball.
Hawkeyes roaring here, 84-47 over Chicago State. Other college basketball tonight. Number 1 Purdue at home at Mackey held off Memphis 80-71. Indiana remains unbeaten. The Hoosiers over Lindenwood 73-53. Coach DeVries and the Hoosiers roll along. Nebraska, Fred Hoiberg's team, has a 52-47 lead on New Mexico. 12 minutes to go in that game over in Lincoln. That's well, actually, that's at the Hall of Fame Classic in Kansas City. Purdue is at the Baha Mar Championship in the Bahamas, where they beat Memphis. Ohio State out to an early 18-9 advantage on Western Michigan in Columbus. And later, Southern Cal will host Troy among Big Ten teams. There are some other ranked teams in action. We'll get those scores to you in a minute. Both free throws are good for Chicago State. It's 84-48. Hassan is running the point. Bennett Sturtz is out. Brendan Hassan on the point for the Hawks. He goes left wing. Combs, cross court for Isaiah. Howard's three, no good. Strong rebound. Tate Sage throws it back out top. Hawks have a new shot clock. 3:24 to go. They're looking inside. Hassan will lob up a three. It's good. Oh, man, what a touch. That was almost from Caitlin Clark range.
Yeah, it was Caitlin Clark range, about 30 feet out here on the Mediacom court logo.
Hassan with 3 threes and 9. Substitution. Timeout here. Joey Mattioni hits the floor for the first time tonight. Another freshman. Alvaro Falgueras done for the night. 14 points for the Spaniard. Drive right wing by Bush. Chased by Combs. Now to Ray. Baseline right. Bayard lost the ball out of bounds. Tried to get Q with a crossover dribble, and Tate Sage stayed right with him. And Bayard is not a happy camper right now. Turnover on Chicago State. That's their 11th of the game. Here are the Hawks driving for more. Howard with a driving right baseline layup off the break.
Great passing.
3 passes, and the ball traveled the entire 94 feet. Here's a long three from 40 feet out. No good. It's Hall ball time now at Carver. Chauncey Gibson missed that one. Hawks again transitioning for baskets. And a foul called on Chicago State. Cougars look bewildered right now. Bayard was late getting back, then ended up committing the foul. He's got 4. He's racked up 3 here in the last 10 minutes.
Tate Sage, a really good player.
You know what? He's got those long arms.
Yeah. Bouncy.
He's lanky. He's not gangly. He's got some meat on those bones, but he's long and firm. And he's only going to get stronger. That's where I was going with that. He makes both free throws. Good-looking shooter. Now, he had committed to Drake a year ago, and then obviously decommitted when Coach left to come here, and it's looking more and more like a real prize catch for the Hawkeyes. 91-48, 2:09 to go. Jacob Cook is in the game now, the walk-on from Iowa City. Shot up from the corner, no good. Putback is good. Dumped back in by C.J. Ray, the muscular 6'6" senior from Four Oaks, North Carolina. Bet they got an emblem on their Welcome to Four Oaks sign. An oak cluster of some kind. Hawks spread the floor, run the clock. Minute 40 to play. Here's Matt Tione. Cook's open for three. Jake can't ring the bell. Rebounded, though, by Combs. Here's Hassan. Baseline, a drive, and a score. Sage. Tate Sage again. He's got 13 points.
Bench doing a great job once again.
What do you think?
50-8 outscoring Chicago State.
93-50, now make it 93-52 as Bayard scores on a drive. 1 minute to play. And this will mercifully come to an end. But another impressive showing on the home floor. Certainly granted against outclassed competition. But no apologies necessary. The Hawks needed this with all the new faces. The roster brand new, almost top to bottom. Hassan just misses another deep three. I think these guys are prepared for the upgrade in competition next week, Bobby.
Yeah, I would agree.
And then you got Maryland and Michigan State waiting after the trip to California. The early session for Big Ten games. 93-54 Iowa.
That'll be it.
Shot clock, game clock are dead even, so that'll be the final score. 93-54 Iowa. 5-0 on the season. Chicago State will drop to 0-6. And it's go west, young man. Palm Springs, the site of the Acrisure Classic next week. We'll tell you more about that as time runs out. Final score, the Hawks win it 93-54. Now, wait a minute. We got
there was like
1/10 of a second left.
Yeah.
Shot clock violation. Time remains on the clock. 0.2 seconds.
Okay. Who wouldn't want 0.2 more seconds of this one?
I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
Apparently, they don't have the option of saying, go to the locker room.
Well,
in it comes.
Got to finish.
Now it's over. 40 minutes in the books. 93-54 Iowa. Coach McCullum and Coach Bussey having a good laugh over that. All right, stay with us for the U.S. Cellular postgame show. That comes up in a minute. Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you tonight by Wimmers. At the game or at home, Wimmers premium quality hot dogs and sausages. Score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork. Combine it with natural spices and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmers, the official hot dog of the Hawks. Well, before we go to the post-game break, Midwest One Bank quick stat with Bobby Hansen. I don't know. You could pick one. They're all impressive. Rebounding, points off turnovers, bench score, second chance points. I'll leave that up to you, buddy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, but the bench points, Gary. 50 points scored by the Iowa Hawkeye bench to just 8 for Chicago State. We can go with that as our Midwest One stat of the game. I also like the rebound numbers. The Hawkeyes out-rebound the Cougars 37-22. Get 2 of them tonight.
And certainly there's deserving of more, but we'll go with those 2. Those are 2 good ones. Hawks outscore Chicago State 53-30 in the second half and win it going away 93-54. U.S. Cellular postgame show is next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to healthy coverage of Hawkeye basketball, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark for coverage you can count on. Find your plan at wellmark.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. By your local Ford dealers. Mid-American Energy. Working together is how you win. That's why Mid-American Energy's roster of wind, solar, and other energy sources works together to keep your service safe and reliable 24/7. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. And by University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. This is the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
And now to the point guard, Chauncey Gibson. Gibson, bad pass, diagonal pass, picked off, stolen away, heading the other way with a layup is good by Tavion Banks. Hawkeye turnover, it's 4-0 Iowa. Tavion Banks with the steal and the layup. He's our Old Dominion best in the game tonight, and he should be. That basket gave Iowa an early 3-point lead. A double-double would be the result of Tavion's effort tonight. 16 points and 10 rebounds. The Hawkeyes never trailed in the game. They got out to an early 5-0 advantage, and then the hottest streak of the night for Chicago State. They made 4 baskets in 5 trips, got the game tied at 13, but a 3-point goal by Tate Sage, a nice assist from Combs, put the Hawks up 16-13. Bobby, they never looked back from there. They ran out to an 8-0 run that put them up a dozen, 27-15 in the latter stages of the first half. Then finished the first half on a 9-0 run and led by 16 at the break, 40-24. And never look back, 93-54 the final.
Yeah, good points, Gary. And then the start the second half. Heard Coach Luke Barnwell talk about, we hope we get after it a little more defensively and hit some shots. Well, they did. 16-6 start to the second half. Hawks never looked back from that point. A lot of stars in tonight's game, but probably none brighter than Tavion Banks, who really came to play. Double-double tonight for Tavion. 16 points, 10 rebounds for the young man. Transferred in.
Yeah, we'll talk with Tavion as our Old Dominion best in the game in just a minute. Our post-game coverage, as always, brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days, your hands are for cheering, not texting, because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. From Iowa City, you're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Many of the dance marathon participants were here tonight on Dance Marathon Night at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Of course, the big event is in February. And they're holding up signs of their loved ones or close friends that are battling some form of cancer. And again, if you want to contribute early on to the Dance Marathon pledge sheet, which will be well north of $1 million or $2 million again this coming February, it's Dance Marathon at .uiowa.org. Before we take a break, we've got Tavion Banks settling in with the headsets on. You hear us okay, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right. Double-double tonight. Let's start with that. 16 points, 10 rebounds. You really had a lot of energy in those early stages of the game. The Hawks got a lead. They would never give up. Talk about the Hawks, again, a nice start out of the gate.
I would say from the beginning, we're still learning on how to just knock the team down a little bit, knock the other team down a little bit, hit them in their throat a little bit, and, just get that lead so we can work on some things. And, we just don't want to be comfortable at the end of the day. And it's not really fun being comfortable. We want to be uncomfortable a little bit during the game a little bit. So I don't know. I was just very excited about just coming to play today and the results. So
good points. And Coach talked about it in the pregame show. He said we got to be able to match their energy because they're not a big team, and they're going to come at you. They're going to dirty it up. They're going to clutch and grab. You guys seem to match that energy and that fight and that scratching right from the get-go.
Yeah, they're most definitely a physical team. You could tell they didn't have the size or anything, but they never gave up at the start to the end, and they're a really good team too. So we just learned how to adjust ourselves to other people. When they feel like they want to bully us in the beginning of the game, we got to match the energy.
And Tavion, how would you assess these first 5 games, these 5 non-conference games? You all new together for the most part here to the Hawkeye fans, but how would you assess the team after 5 games?
I would say it starts from the summer. We all get to know each other, and we get to understand, build the chemistry, be there for each other. We had a lot of situations, and I had a couple of situations too, and my team was there for me. So that's where we build a lot of trust and chemistry, and we just go through the ups and downs with each other. And I feel like it can get better. It can get better. We're not even at 100% yet. We get 1% better every day.
Tavion Banks, our player of the game, our Old Dominion best in the game. You grew up in Kansas City, right?
Yes, sir.
Where did you first learn the game of basketball? Where did you fall in love, or how did you fall in love with the game?
I fell in love with the game at the Boys and Girls Club.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
You have a young coach that was an influence on you?
Yeah, Nody Newton. Yeah, he was an influencer. He was most definitely like a father figure to me. I met him like outside of the Boys and Girls Club too, and he's just always been a father figure to me and just teaching me the ups and downs in life and just the things about basketball too. So that's a beautiful thing.
Indeed. Back to the stat sheet again. Great balance. 14 for Alvaro Folgueras. Boy, he's instant energy off the bench.
Yeah.
13 for Tate Sage, 10 for Cooper Koch. Talk about Tate Sage. He gave you great energy there early in that first half.
Yeah. Tate, he's a great player. Even at practice, sometimes he has his ups and downs in practice. I just try to get like the younger guys. You gotta go at it every day. You got to think about if they want to go pro. Pros do it every day. They got to stay consistent. And I'm learning too. But at the same time as I'm learning, I'm teaching. So I'm still a student of the game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's the ceiling for this team?
Say it again?
The ceiling.
The ceiling?
How good can this team be?
It's no ceiling.
There you go.
Sky's the limit. Yeah, we got a lot to learn, and we're still learning. Yeah.
Yeah, you can never learn everything, right? Just keep learn. Keep getting in that basketball classroom.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, great effort tonight. We appreciate coming out, Tavian.
No, thank you.
We'll talk to you again down the road, I'm sure. Tavian Banks, our Old Dominion best in the game, sponsored by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion works hard to be the best in their game, and they're proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. We'll take a break. Come back with Coach Ben McCullum next. On the U.S. Cellular postgame show, the Hawkeyes win it over Chicago State 93-54. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
If you love great Hawkeye stories, don't miss the Fight for Iowa podcast with Gary Dolphin. Each week, Dolph brings you in-depth conversations with the athletes, coaches, and community members who define the Hawkeye spirit. From big moments to personal journeys, it's the stories that make Iowa special. Catch new episodes every week. Search Fight for Iowa wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is brought to you by Quickstar, Better Business Bureau, Lennox, American Equity, Tournament Club of Iowa, Big Grove, Oak Knoll, U.S. Cellular.
Step into the action with the Fight for Iowa podcast. Join host Gary Dolphin as he takes you behind the scenes with Hawkeye coaches, athletes, and alumni. Tune in weekly on HawkeyeSports.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Your front row seat to Hawkeye athletics.
Holmes to Koch in the far corner. His three there is no good. Mania with an offensive rebound. Cooper right back to the dish and off the square and in. Cooper Koch, 1 of 4 Hawkeyes in double figures tonight with 10. Coop hit 4 of 7 shots, including a pair of 3-point goals. Grabbed a couple rebounds for good measure, and the Hawkeyes led by 16 at the break and win it big in the second half, 53-30. Final score 93-54. Coach Ben McCullum joins us now. Ben is brought to you each and every post game by your Iowa John Deere dealers, including KC Nielsen, serving northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. They offer parts, sales, and service on all John Deere equipment. KC Nielsen, harvesting success together since 1946. Learn more at kcnielsen.com. The Hawkeyes harvest win number 5 tonight, Coach. They hung with you there the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the game, tied it at 13. Then you went off on one of those patented 6-0, then 8-0, then 9-0 runs to end the first half. And had things pretty well under control at halftime, but I know there was some heartburn in that first half. Second half was terrific.
Yeah, I thought we actually came out pretty good defensively. They hit some tough, contested twos, and that's kind of what our defense would give up is contested twos. They're low percentage shots, but they made them, and so they made a little run at us, and then we were getting great shots. I mean, wide open from 3, and just couldn't. That would have pulled us away pretty quickly, but just missed them. But our defense hung in there, and then the second half, I thought we did a better job of getting the shots that we wanted, and it's just one of those games. You weren't going to establish Bennett a whole lot because they were going to trap everything, and so. You just had to play in rotation, which is what our guys did, and it's good. Now we're on to Ole Miss, and we're excited for it.
Coach, make a lineup change for no particular reason other than maybe another ball handler in there, but talk about how that worked out for you.
Yeah, another ball handler. They were going to press, and they play multiple defenses, and so we just needed another ball handler. Nothing more than that necessarily. We need some shooting out there. Again, we got a lot of bodies in. Eventually here, it's probably going to start to trim down a little bit. The rotations will, and now that we're on to, Ole Miss and either Utah or Grand Canyon. So we just need to make sure that we're continuing to get better, continuing to play with energy, and be ready to fight in California.
With that in mind, Coach, it was great to see Cooper Koch bust out night. Well, he drained 4 shots in 7 attempts, including a couple threes, and he's going to be important for you, especially next week and going forward.
Yeah, his defense was really good. That's what I was really happy with. I mean, I thought he did a great job defensively. He played with a little more edge than he had, and we need that out of him because his ability to stretch the floor and shoot and pass and do a lot of different things is a big deal. So if we can keep that defense up, then I think that he's going to be a really good player in the Big Ten.
So let's talk about Tate Sage. I was impressed with the freshman once again.
Tate's got an edge to him. He played great. He's got an edge to him. I mean, he played 15 minutes. He does zero fear, and kind of comes out and just plays. A really good passer, a good feel, good finisher. Plus minus wasn't great, but it's kind of lineup dependent too. But I thought he did a good job.
Coach, talk about the points off turnovers. I mean, you turned them over 11 times, which isn't a disaster for Chicago State, but you scored 23 points off 11 turnovers. That's massive. That's just an incredible stat to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, we do a good job of finishing in transition when we need it, especially when we force a few turnovers. I think our points per possession this game were 1.5, which is absurd. And we left a lot on the table. I mean, we were 3 for 16 in the first half from 3, and we were wide open from good shooters. You make 4 or 5 of those, and all of a sudden you're up to 1.6, 1.7 points per possession. So, I mean, it was good. We finished in transition, which is great, and turned them over enough, and we're able to pull away.
How about our player of the game, Tavion Banks, double-double, but he was so much more than the numbers.
Oh, yeah. It's his energy that gets us going, and when he's tuned up, we're tuned up. And, he got some big defensive rebounds. Him and Alvaro, I thought, they just kind of single-handedly defensive rebound for us. I didn't think our box outs were great, but I thought those two went and got the ball, which was great.
Hey, 5-0. We'll see you on the Plains Sunday, headed to Cali and Ole Miss.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Ben McCullum, brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers, the great Iowa John Deere dealers, including KC Nielsen, your premier John Deere dealer covering northern Iowa and Southern Minnesota. Our post-game Hy-Vee stat sheet is next here on the U.S. Cellular post-game show. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball. Visit MidwestOne.bank for empowered money management. Member FDIC.
Sturts on a give and go with Magnow. He holds up at the free throw line. Into the near corner. Stands still. Three is good. A corner three for Cale Combs. And the Hawks shoot back out to a 4-point advantage. It's 10-6. One of a dozen threes drained by the Hawkeyes tonight. Much better in the second half when Iowa hit 9 of 15, just 3 of 16 from the first half. But, you know, some nights you heard the frustrated Ben McCullum say, we were wide open in that first half. Those shots just weren't falling. Cale Combs' only 3 was just part of his story. He played 32 minutes, had 5 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers, and a couple rebounds. I mean, that's just a great stat sheet. Is not always about points, especially when you got the balance that this Iowa roster has. So congratulations, Cale Combs, on another solid floor effort by him. Our Old Dominion best in the game is Tavion Banks. He played 24 minutes, 16 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double, had a couple of assists, and a steal for good measure. Made all 5 of his free throws, and that gets us into the Hy-Vee post-game stat recap. Iowa wins at 93-54, shooting 57%. Once again, a game with better than 50% shooting. 15 of 19 from the foul line. Chicago State, 40% shooting, 12 of 15 from the free throw line. Iowa had 4 in double figures, led by Banks, 16. 14 for Alvaro Folgueras. He also had 6 rebounds. Banks a double-double with 16 points, 10 boards. 13 points for Tate Sage, the freshman from Oklahoma. A terrific account of himself tonight. 10 points for Cooper Koch. Bennett Sturts, you say, where is Bennett Sturts? Well, he had 9 points, but he also had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and just, again, another solid floor game. Played 36 of the 40 minutes. 9 for Brendan Hosson off the bench. All 9 points, a byproduct of 3 3-point goals. 8 points for Isaiah Howard. And a basket for Cam Manyow on the night. Cam had 3 made free throws and a total of 5 points. Again, the Hawks shoot 57% from the field. A couple in double figures for Chicago State, led by their leading scorer, Marcus Tankersley, came in averaging 17, got 19. 12 for C.J. Ray, most of those in the second half. Braylon Bush had 8, 7 for Stephen Bayard. 40% shooting for the Cougars, who fall to 0-6. Hawkeyes scored 20 more points off turnovers. Iowa's bench outscored Chicago State 50-8. Second chance points 24-7 in favor of the Hawkeyes. Iowa led by as many as 43 in the second half, and they win it. The Hawks do 93-54 over Chicago State. And yeah, they were certainly better. They should have won big, and they did. They got the job done the way they were supposed to, and now it's on to the Acrisure Classic in Palm Springs next Tuesday and Wednesday. More on that in just a minute, to take on Chris Beard, Coach Beard, and a very good Ole Miss team, Mississippi. Big Ten versus the SEC next week. Those are the Hy-Vee stats for tonight. Hy-Vee stat recap courtesy of Hy-Vee, where there's a friendly smile in every aisle. We thank Hy-Vee for their support of Hawkeye basketball. Let's check that charity stripe recap courtesy of Latham Seeds, EMC Insurance, and the Great Southern Bank. How the Hawks finish at the foul line tonight. Iowa, a poor start from the free throw line, but boy, they heated up in a hurry, and for the game they end up making, let me check my number, 15 of 19. Chicago State was 12 of 15. 80% for Iowa, 80% for Chicago State. That's our Southern Bank, EMC Insurance, and Latham Seeds charity stripe recap. Latham Seeds, family owned and farm proven. EMC Insurance, a national carrier with a big local heart. And the Great Southern Bank, building winning relationships with customers and communities. More on the Hawkeye Postgame Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Right after this, final score, Iowa 93, Chicago State 54. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Tournament Club of Iowa, designed by golf legend Arnold Palmer. TCI is his only signature course in the state. TCI is a public course offering a challenging yet enticing experience for golfers of all levels and is managed by Kaler Golf. Cap off your round with breathtaking views and a delicious meal at the TCI Bar and Grill. Looking for a unique setting for your wedding party or outing? Look no further than the newly renovated clubhouse at TCI. Visit tcofiowa.com to book your tee time today.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, AFLOS, and Community Choice Credit Union. In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. AFLOS offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aflos.health.
Weekends are tricky. You want breakfast, but also a burger. Enter Burger Shed Brunch. Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 2. Think loaded skillets, biscuits and gravy, breakfast burritos, cinnamon rolls, and waffles that keep you full all morning. Plus our brunch burgers. And brunch without a drink? That's just breakfast. We've got Bloody Marys, mimosas, and spiked coffee. When brunch hours end, we don't. Your lunch and dinner favorites keep going. Burger Shed. Burgers, beers, and a bunch of BS. Burger Shed. Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Holmes, backdoor pass, layup is good, and a foul called. Tavion Banks, the recipient of an incredible pass, a no-look pass from Hawkeyes Combe all the way to the baseline, and an easy lay-in for Banks, and he gets fouled. Oh, Cale Combs standing on Hawkeyes Combe. Nice dish, Cale. 1 of 5 assists for Cale Combs. Right to our Old Dominion best in the game, Tavion Banks, who led the Hawks with a double-double tonight, 16 points and 10 rebounds. And the Hawks steamroll Chicago State 93 to 54. We're going to take a complete look at the scoreboard here shortly. Just checking some of the numbers. Iowa limited Chicago State to 24 first-half points. That's a season low for a Hawkeye opponent. The Hawks opened the second half making their first 4 field goal attempts and 7 of their first 8. That's where they really blew it open. They led by 16 at the break, so they weren't exactly sweating bullets. But 40 to 24 with a three-point line is certainly a number that can be overcome if you start hitting shots. Iowa never let that happen today. As once again, they hit better than 50% for the game and limited the opposition to 36% and winning by a score of 93 to 54. Who was heating up the nets for the Hawks tonight? We had a number of candidates, courtesy of your Iowa Lennox dealers, the Lennox dealers of Iowa. We're going to go with Tate Sage. We felt the freshman deserved the nod. He hit 4 of 7 shots, including a three-point goal. Played 16 minutes. That's a young season high for him. Tate stepped to the foul line also and hit 4 out of 6. The 6'7" first-year player from Weatherford, Oklahoma, ended up with, let's see, on the night, Sage, I think he was 1 of 4. Yeah, 13 points. Iowa's third leading scorer behind Banks and Alvaro Folgaris. 13 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist are heating up the nets. Hot Hawk of the game, courtesy of your Lennox Iowa dealers, is Tate Sage. He's going to be very important going forward. He's got those long arms, solid rebounder, can play multiple positions. Speaking of there for you in multiple ways, your Iowa Lennox dealers like Wyckoff Heating and Cooling in Des Moines, Don and Waltz up in Manchester, in Marshalltown, stop in and see Ethington Heating and Cooling. Out in Sioux City, great people, the Kalins family, Kalins Indoor Comfort, and CW Suitor Services in Spirit Lake. Long-time Lennox proprietors who can take care of your home heating needs this winter. Back with more postgame courtesy of U.S. Cellular right after this. The Hawks win it by 40. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Banks Student Living and Kirkwood Hotel. Come home to luxury living at the Banks Student Living, located just minutes from the U of I, with a 24/7 fitness center, resort-style pool, sauna, private study rooms, and so much more. Studio to 4-bedroom floor plans available. It's time to find your future home by visiting thebanksiowa.com or calling 319-249-6575 today.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Hi, Hawk fans. Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball. Visit MidwestOne.bank for empowered money management. Member FDIC.
Great job by the Hawkeye student body tonight here representing Dance Marathon. Had a nice ceremony at halftime. And we talked to A.J. Reister, who's one of the organizers for the big one coming up in February over at the IMU, the Iowa Student Memorial Union. Please donate, if you will, to a great cause, and that is Dance Marathon, as they'll raise several $1 million on behalf of charitable endeavors that on surgeries, life-saving measures that are performed every day at University of Iowa Children's Hospital. We'll give you that address one more time before we leave the airway. Let's go to the scoreboard, and here it is, Dance Marathon. .uiowa.edu, dancemarathon.uiowa.edu. Please contribute. You can pledge now, but certainly do pledge when Dance Marathon gets here in February. There were no reviews tonight, thankfully. We got the game over in good time. Had there been a review or two, we appreciate Athletico's support. Every play under review this season, as in football and basketball, is sponsored by Athletico Physical Therapy. You don't need a jersey to move with purpose or permission to take your healing seriously. At Athletico, recovery fuels what's possible. Move like you mean it. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com, a proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll conclude our U.S. Cellular postgame show in a minute with a scoreboard update, including the Iowa High School football playoff scores from tonight. Back in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
From the roar of the crowd to Carver cones, can't miss plays and heart-pounding finishes. There's something for everyone at an Iowa athletics event. Don't just hear about it or see the clip on your phone. Be part of it. Change up your routine and get your friends together for an Iowa athletics event. Make it a memorable one by visiting HawkeyeSports.com. Fire up the fight song, cue the victory polka, and experience what it means to be a Hawkeye on Iowa. And go Hawks!
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Happy Honda Days are here. The best time to save on a certified pre-owned Honda at your local Honda dealer. See big savings on all certified pre-owned Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Plus, your Honda backs with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine Honda parts. To save on a certified pre-owned Honda, search your local Honda dealer today.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growing and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
Midwest One Bank is the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye men's basketball. Visit MidwestOne.bank for empowered money management. Member FDIC.
Let's wrap up the U.S. Cellular postgame show tonight with one final look at the scoreboard. Of course, in basketball here, Iowa defeated, just double-checking the women's score. The men's score, the Hawks put up 93, hit 9 of 15 threes in the second half, and rolled to a 93-54 win over Chicago State. Other Big Ten teams in action. Number 1 ranked Purdue outlasted Memphis 80-71 at the Baja Mar Championship in the Bahamas. Indiana topped Lindenwood 73-53. Nebraska, a winner over New Mexico out in Lincoln. Check that, in Kansas City at the Hall of Fame Classic. Hoiberg's Huskers won at 84-72 over New Mexico. It was Ohio State leading Western Michigan handily 65-30 early on second half. And among the ranked teams, 14th ranked St. John's rolled Bucknell 97-49. 20th ranked Tennessee over Tennessee State 89-60. It was 15th ranked Texas Tech 28, Wake Forest 18. 28-18, that is the score. 6.5 to go in the first half. Texas Tech and Wake Forest likewise in the Baja Mar Championship in Nassau. Number 2, Houston is out to an early 12-point lead on Ryder. And in volleyball, number 1 ranked Nebraska leads Iowa. The Huskers won the first 2 sets out in Lincoln and are ahead they just started set 3. Iowa down 2-0. Again, a reminder, if you haven't heard, the Iowa NCAA tournament soccer match with LSU in Nashville was postponed today because of inclement weather, no doubt a lightning issue or something going on. They've rescheduled that game for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Good luck to Coach Diani and the Hawkeyes. Speaking of the Hawkeyes, the Hawkeye women in basketball lead 7th-ranked Baylor with 7 minutes to go first half. It is Iowa 16 and Baylor 13. Is that the second quarter? Yeah, second quarter. Hawks up 16-13, so they're still early on in that tournament down, holiday tournament down in Orlando. 6:55 to play second period. The Hawks playing number 7 Baylor tough. It's 16-13 Iowa. That is our scoreboard update, and that'll wrap up our coverage here tonight from Iowa City. Again, the Hawks win it and win it big over Chicago State. We'll be speaking to you next, at least basketball-wise, on Tuesday evening against the University of Mississippi. Ole Miss, and I do not have a start time. I always want to double-check that before Iowa time. Let's take a look here on the sheet. 8:30 Iowa time. That means 7:30 Iowa time for the pregame show here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Iowa and Ole Miss in the Acrisure Classic. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Appreciate the assistance, as always, of Bobby Hansen. Our engineer-producer has been Corey Sheets. I'm Gary Dolphin. Again, the final score here tonight was the Hawkeyes 93 and Chicago State 54. Good night from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This has been Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
This has been the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Alliant Energy. See how Alliant Energy is building a strong, resilient energy future today and for generations to come. Learn more at AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye Basketball. Also brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.